All right, we're good. All right, bet. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Broadcast with Rico and Seyi. We're technically on time. I started it at 8:00. It's now 8:01, but technically when I started, it was 8:00. So we're on time. Shouts out to Shadow Virus for being on our necks about it. Welcome to the show. You already know every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m., just a live broadcast talking about everything, anything y'all want to talk about, not just football, not just the Washington football team. Whatever you want to talk, go ahead and say whatever you got to say before we get into. I guess we can start off with the NBA first.
Well, Derek Murphy, it's not HTTR anymore. It's HTTFT. Hail to the football team.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it more later. But somebody said it should have been the Washington team football, so we could have put WTF on our helmets.
We're gonna be triggered.
We could have been WTF on our helmets and our jerseys. I'm not even gonna lie, that would have been pretty funny. But yeah, what's happening, everybody? What's good, everybody? Clearly the NBA season has started. First of all, nobody has COVID, except for I saw recently that Austin Rivers had to leave the campus, like it was an emergency family matter type of thing. So he just recently left, but luckily everybody else is good to go as far as COVID goes. And I just also received a report that Zion and Westbrook returned like a few days ago, but Zion just recently returned back to their Orlando campus, and he left because of an urgent family matter also. So shouts out to everybody. Basically, we have everybody there except for Austin Rivers right now, which is cool. We have a loaded roster, which is pretty nice. Anything you got to say about it, Seyi?
Well, I mean, Austin Rivers, I guess I'd rather have Austin Rivers gone than Zion Williamson gone. So
yeah, it's a fair trade.
That's fine. Trade. Yeah, that's fine. As long as not Zion Williamson back. Well, to start off with the NBA coming back, I'm pretty sure the DC fans have seen the Denver Nuggets versus the Washington Wizards. Denver Nuggets beat the Wizards with no point guards, by the way. You had Nikola Jokic playing at point guard. You had Jeremy Grant playing at shooting guard. You had Bol, who I believe is like 7'4", playing at small forward. You had Paul Millsap playing at power forward, which he's like 6'7", so that kind of doesn't make sense. And you got Mason Plumlee, I think it's Mason, because there's so many Plumlees, playing at center.
Yeah, several.
So I doubt that is a lineup that will ever use during like a legit game, a game that actually counts. I mean, Jamal Murray couldn't play. I believe he's still hurt, and Gary Harris wasn't there either. So, yeah, that lineup, that's like the reverse.
That's the Monstars, bro.
It really is the Monstars.
What's the shortest height? So Jeremy Grant is the shortest person on the court?
Yeah, and he's like 6'9", 6'10".
That is ridiculous. Because there was sometimes the Thunder ran a lineup where he was the tallest. Yeah. So that's why I'm pretty sure he felt weird out there even dealing with that, being a part of it.
Exactly. Jokic lost all that weight, and all of a sudden they're trying to make him a point guard.
I mean, he was already one of the best passing big men, so they didn't have to worry about his passing. It was just his dribbling and his weight I was worried about. Yeah. But he's out here doing it. You know what I'm saying?
You know how skinny Jokic is now? I remember, I think it was 2 years ago. He was like a 280-pound big man who can play 50 minutes, who played a 50-minute playoff game and did not tire at all at 280 pounds. And he looked like just a regular – he just looked like a regular 7-foot dude who was out of shape. That's what he looked like 2 years ago. Now, bro, he is super slim.
Yeah. At first, he was just big for no reason, and he was very skilled. But now he's actually it seems like he's taking his diet seriously, his workout program seriously. It's crazy that his body could even be that skinny. That just shows how much he didn't try in the past, because I thought he was just built like that naturally. No matter how much he ran, that's just how he was built.
His rookie year, he was pretty slim. His rookie year, he had a very lean body. His rookie and sophomore year,
he just made millions and let it all go. He was just
and I was like, I wasn't complaining because I mean, hey, he was still playing at a high level, so there was nothing to complain about.
Yeah, I'm so glad to see it. I already saw before they even started the scrimmage. I saw they were just running like a pickup game. It was Jokic and Bol, and Bol dunked on somebody, but it didn't even look like a real poster because their bodies didn't even really touch. It was just long arm over the person's head.
Like Space Jam again. It's like the Michael Jordan thing where his arm
with the long arm.
Yeah.
It looks so crazy. But we already got a preview of how Jokic will be playing with that. He was literally in the clip. He's the one bringing the ball up the court and everything and dribbling past everybody, gives it to Bol, and then he does the Michael Jordan Space Jam arm, like you said, and dunks it. It doesn't even look like a poster. Technically it is, but I mean, there was no body on body contact. It was just straight arm over human being.
And look, this was Bol's first game this season playing because he's been hurt. So he's one of the benefactors of having COVID, where he can actually play now, whereas he probably been out for the whole season. So if that was his first game, the way he played, and he was knocking down threes as well, and
it's over with. I mean, people just so worried about his weight and this and that. So I was surprised when he went as late as he did, but honestly I wasn't, because I felt like people were just scared to take that risk.
Well, I thought he was going to go late first round. I mean, I didn't want but second round.
I mean,
over some people got taken in the first round. Like, I don't get it.
There were dozens. I mean, there were several people that were just the hustler guy, the guy that tries hard, plays hard, and they got drafted before him with the high potential. I'm sorry, even the way I am with the NFL, I'm taking the high ceiling, low floor guy, and I'm gonna just have to see what happens rather than just taking the. I mean, it's nice to have the hard work ethic, super diving on the floor for loose balls type of guy, but I mean, too many of them went before Bol in that draft. I feel like a lot of teams will regret not taking him. And the Nuggets are happy to have him.
All right, I'm going to go back to that draft again, because I know there was like even a couple of players like I haven't barely even watched.
Exactly, bro. Who are they?
What you like with the NFL, I am with the NBA in terms of draftees. So let's see.
Just go down the list. Just go down that list.
Darius Baisley in the first round over Bol. No. Well, Brandon Clark, that was a great pick by the Grizzlies. The Thunder drafted him. The Magic did draft Chuma Okeke, and even though he didn't play because he had torn ACL in that Auburn game in the Final Four, he didn't play at all. And he was projected to be a second round pick or a late first round pick. But Bol was in the second round. But I guess for the Magic, you already have Mo Bamba, and you already have Nikola Vucevic, so you can't really draft Bol. But I don't know. I think
I can excuse that.
This is going to be a pick where I think a lot of teams are going to regret.
What's going on with
Grant Williams? Well, Grant Williams has been decent. Let's see. Jordan Poole has been getting some playing time with the Warriors. Dylan Windler, he hasn't really been doing much. Cavaliers could have used him. Nassar Little. Well, I don't know. He should have got higher. He should have gone higher, but there was a lot of, I guess, not too bad picks over him.
It's a bunch of I can explain it. I can make a case for the pick type of thing. There's a whole bunch of I can make a case for him type of thing, I guess. Oh, and where's Michael Porter Jr.?
Michael Porter Jr.?
Yeah, because I was looking forward to seeing him play with the Nuggets. How come he didn't play yesterday?
He's probably, I don't know. It's
still hurt.
Yeah, it's a scrimmage. No, he was playing before COVID.
Yeah, I remember him. But yeah, starting the show that he should have went before when he went. But again, injury prone player, so I know why he went later than he did. But still, like
that talent is top 5 level. So hey,
you gotta take it.
Out him at number 14. I'm not blaming that at all. If he doesn't pan out because of injuries, then whatever. But at number 14,
man.
Hey, what is that microphone like? Look, I'm trying to be professional. That's why I got the microphone right here. Audio Technica. And I'm also
not playing
from my bathroom, so I can't really put like a microphone stand here. So that's why I'm holding it. It's the only place in my apartment that has good lighting, so that's why I'm recording from my bathroom. And Juan Gotti Talking Sports says, "Do I watch baseball heavy? To be honest, I really don't. I should. I actually should get into it more. I do follow the Braves a little bit since we're in Atlanta, and I literally live across the street from Truist Park now, not SunTrust Park. But I definitely should. Of course, baseball started today, so baseball.
Hey, shouts out to the the Black Lives Matter and everything going on with what they got going on with the Blu-rays and everything. Shouts out to them. Also, shouts out to LeBron for speaking heavy on it. Somebody else is speaking heavy. So remember when Kyrie was arguing we shouldn't have an NBA season or a baseball season or whatever because it would distract from like the original message that everybody's trying to get out. But they're using the season as a platform to get the message across. I mean, people are literally starting their interviews out with arrest Breonna Taylor's killers and stuff like that, and then they proceed to talk stuff like that. So they're using the platform correctly. So I love it. I'm happy about that. There's a lot of people.
Like, yeah,
exactly. Somebody said something about Lou Williams. I heard Lou Williams left for like a family matter or something. It says Patrick Beverly and Montrezl Harrell, emergency personal matters, and then Lou Williams left because of it says that he's rejoining the team soon, and I think I'm hearing that it was in a family emergency. I'm not exactly sure what happened with Lou Williams, but somebody said we definitely need to talk about him. Does anybody know why he left? Because they're making it seem like in this ESPN article that he left for like a good reason. I don't know. I didn't even hear about it. Oh, it says for excused personal reasons and is expected to return soon. So I don't know what it is, but I'm not exactly sure how mad to be at him. But yeah, I mean, it's chaotic. People leaving for sudden family emergencies. We don't know how much of an emergency they are. If it's just an excuse, we really don't know. But
yeah, hopefully, if they don't say the reason, then I'm not going to judge because we don't know what it is.
Yeah, so I'm scared to get too mad at them.
Yeah, I mean, if they get and look, it's the Clippers. The Clippers are already in the playoffs. Like, there's nothing they can do. Like during when the actual games has come back, where they're not going to be in the playoffs. So look, they already got a comfortable position. So he needs to handle his business right now. Then quarantine for 2 weeks. Let him do it right now. It's better to do it right now than when the playoffs actually starts.
That is a good point. Get all your family emergencies, real or not, out the way early if you can. I know that's not like really something you could plan, but if personal excused absences like what Lou Williams had, where it's not a family emergency, definitely get that out the way early. Would have been nice to do it before we got to the bubble, but you know what I'm saying? If you have to do it now, it's better earlier than later.
Yeah, I remember I still know what it is. With some fan about it, but I didn't really see the complete details of it. But he was definitely arguing with some fan about it.
Who, Lou Will?
Oh yeah. On Instagram,
he won Atlanta's greatest. He won Atlanta's greatest. So I stick up for my boy. Yeah, I stick up for my boy Lou Will, man. It's not that many people I really care about in the NBA. Lou Will is easily one of them. First of all, that's AI's prodigy. Oh, and that's Atlanta stand up. So
someone on the comment. So he posted that he's the second coming to AI because he got the cornrows now. So he posted that like he said he's answer 2.0. Say he is 2.0. So someone commented like, if you're the answer 2.0, does that mean you're the reply?
That's so stupid. I'm not rocking with the Braves though. I've never ever please go get straight back braids. We're not bringing that back.
You never had cornrows in your life before your locks. You never had cornrows.
I did, but I'm saying don't bring it back. That was back in the large white tee, XXL t-shirt days and the huge baggy jeans. Like, don't bring that back. We're good. Let Kawhi Leonard have that because Kawhi Leonard is on a different planet anyway. So I understand why he has them.
I had cornrows last year. I just wanted to just get my true inner AI out at least a couple of weeks, and then
don't bring them back, man.
I'm not gonna break it. I just wanted it for like a couple of weeks because AI was my favorite player as a kid, so I always wanted cornrows. But
I used to have the designs.
I already have it.
Oh yeah, you did tell you did. I think you told us about that on one of the podcasts about how, or you just told me personally about how like your parents were super against that.
Yeah. So growing up as a kid, my parents didn't want me to have like any like locks, braids, none of that. They thought that should be reserved for women. Older foreign parents, different values. So I always wanted it. So I knew once I became an adult, once I became on my own, that's what I was going to do.
Had to at least do it once. You had them for like a couple of weeks.
To get it out my system.
I'm not even gonna lie, I had them for forever when I was a kid. My mom used to do the designs and everything. I rarely had just the straight backs. I always had some weird spider design or whatever. Like my mom was getting really creative with it. Literally because of AI.
Pull out the pics.
My mom said, she said, don't make me pull out the pics. I'm sorry, bro. I gotta hate on. And the only cornrows I kind of excuse now is the little French braids that like New Yorkers and people from the UK be doing. But even then, I wouldn't wear it. I prefer locks. But I mean, I can't be mad as long as they're not the straight backs. It's all right.
I guess in my first time rocking it, but it was just kind of uncomfortable. It kind of hurt in the beginning.
Bro, it hurts. Bro, the first 2 days, I'll never forget what that feel like, man. It's hard to sleep. It's hard to sleep that first night,
bro. Tell me about it.
The first night is hard to sleep, man. Yeah, and then like I don't know about other cities because New York never let the braids go. But like as far as Atlanta goes, it's really rare you're gonna catch somebody with braids unless they're like 40 years or older. So that's probably another reason why I'm biased against braids. We just like the DMV likes New Balance, Atlanta doesn't. The DMV likes Nike boots, Atlanta doesn't. So it's just different. Every city has their different things. Cali likes certain stuff. Detroit, the Midwest likes certain stuff. And that's just, braids is just not it down here. Everybody has a temp fade. You have waves. You have locks, one or the other. Something like that.
The rich homie Quan.
Yeah, the rich homie. I mean, but everybody has the rich homie Quan now. It started in Atlanta and then everybody had it. I mean, I was in New York when it spread to New York. I thought people were from it. I just assumed people were from Atlanta when I saw them. I was like, you must be from Atlanta. Nah, I'm from Brooklyn. It was crazy. So everybody has the haircut to the point people don't even know it's from Atlanta now. At first, it was like a meme. It was like, why does everybody in Atlanta have this haircut? And then now everybody has the little nappy temp fade. So I'm not surprised. What was it? It was Kentucky that had, or Duke. No, it was Duke. The whole starting five of Duke. The whole starting five of Duke had the cut.
Like, it was funny. Like, literally, they all had the same haircut. It was when Justice Winslow and Jaleel Okafor were there. They all had the same cut.
Yes, sir. The nappy temp fade, the ATL cut. I started seeing it everywhere in New York immediately. It took it like 5 years. I started seeing it in Atlanta 5 years before I saw anybody in New York with it. And then it was just, it escalated so quickly. I think I left for a summer, came back, everybody had it. I was confused.
I rocked it before I had my cornrows, but like, and I had the super nappy temp fade. Like I had hair hanging out because I was just trying to braid my hair or twist my hair, but I just let it grow for too long and I wasn't combing it as much because I didn't know how to manage it. So
yeah, that seemed difficult to manage. I never understood it. I was scared. I've had my locks for so long, I don't even know. But yeah, man, my boy Lou Williams, whatever he do, man, I stand behind it. That's an Atlanta legend right there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the Drake line was with the two girls, Lou Will, whatever. That man's a forever Atlanta legend. You say he's from like Gwinnett, right? Though.
Wasn't he dating twins in Toronto?
Yeah, something like that. I think he's married to him or dating him, whatever. But yeah, he forever. He's definitely forever an Atlanta legend, man. I always rock. Lou Williams, literally, if you just look at him, he looks like the type of guy that's at an Atlanta gas station, just in a local Atlanta gas station with a tight white tee, some regular jeans, and then probably some ones on, and then just blasting Gucci Mane. He just literally looks like a typical Atlanta guy just chilling at a gas station.
Probably some random girl there and said, "What's up with you?" or something.
Yeah, bro. Just you want anything, Playboy? You good? He literally looks like just a typical Atlanta person that's just at a gas station, bro. Like the most prototypical. But I rock with him, bro. I'm not rocking with the Braves, but I'm wishing him well. I hope whatever he left the campus for was something serious. I hope he's not just abusing the rules or whatever and just personal issues or whatever. But it's a lot going on with the bubble thing. First of all, the game started, and players are in and out. And like we mentioned earlier, I'm very happy to have Zion back. I can't wait to see when do the Nuggets, the Pelicans play next, because I'm gonna tune into that one. How many minutes will he get? Do you think he'll actually get any minutes? Any serious minutes?
No, the Pelicans probably gonna play him for like one quarter or something. They were already timid playing him before COVID. Now, now after not having playing basketball for about a few months, they're barely gonna play him.
But I'd be highly shocked. Yeah, I'd be highly shocked if he ends up playing. Because right now, I just looked up their schedule too. It says postpone, time to be determined. The next game was supposed to be against the Kings, but now we don't know. And then the next game scheduled is Thursday, July 30th. So I don't know what's going on with the Kings game. I'm not sure why it's postponed and time to be determined. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's wild. You said what kind of
LeBron and AD, they barely played. Like you said,
I mean, it's a scrimmage, but don't even hurt yourself.
That's the thing. Honestly, I know we haven't watched basketball for a few months, but I really don't care about the scrimmages. I'm just waiting until the games actually
matter. Yeah.
It's like preseason.
Bro, literally. It feels like summer league a little bit, just slightly, but the stars at least play 5 minutes rather than none.
Yeah, the fact that the Nuggets put out a lineup like that, they ain't taking it seriously.
Hey, we might as well see how it works, and if it works, we'll use it in the playoffs. This is the time to do that. This is smart. This is definitely the time to do it.
Now, what about the Rockets? This is what I'm worried about with James Harden and Russell Westbrook getting COVID.
Yeah, that was wild. But I've heard they're cleared and they've come back. I know James Harden returns early, like a week ago. I think Westbrook returned a couple of days ago. So I think they check out. I think they both returned and they're both good. But they did have it at one point. Yeah, I was worried about that too. I was sad to see my boy Westbrook get it because you already know. And AM Hunter asks what Kicks doing ATL rock. I'm weird. Like I like Korean and European clothing. But mostly just Jordans and Nike. That's really it. Not really even Adidas, not really Fila, nothing else really, not really Tim's. It's really just Jordans or a Nike. That's about all I see from everybody that I know. Let me see. Oh, Alex Smith was cleared for football activities. I don't know what that means. I don't even know why, but just let that man rest, bro. I don't even know why he's trying. I honestly don't know why he's trying so hard to come back. I wouldn't even want to come back. First of all, I mean, he's already getting paid. Like the money, he's not going to make more money by playing. I don't think he has any real contract incentives. I think his guaranteed money is eating us up dead cap wise, even if he doesn't play.
Where is he? He's a check stealer.
Checks the that's what you would say. Yeah, checks. I mean, I like Alex Smith and I appreciate him, but yeah, I mean, right now he's check stealing, even though it's not necessarily his fault, but he is check stealing from us right now.
I think
he's hurting our cap space.
He would have been a check stealer because he wasn't worth that contract. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I still don't think. Yeah, especially for us trading away Kendall Fuller. Now I liked him and he played better than I expected, and we were on our way to the playoffs 6-3 before he got hurt. But the money we gave him, I didn't think it was worth it at the time either. But I just don't understand, like, bro, just chill out, become a secondary QB's coach or something. Stop trying to play. Even our offensive line now is worse than the offensive line that he had when he got hurt. I just don't even understand why he would want to come play for this team. Boy, you got it. You different from me. Just let Dwayne Haskins go out there and learn. I feel like it's just not necessarily a smoke screen. I just feel like it's a feel good story. I feel like Dwayne Haskins is the starter, even if Alex Smith comes back fully healthy somehow, which I doubt he will.
So I know you talked about the Washington football team in your YouTube video, but I mean, the podcast, we gotta talk. We really gotta talk about this.
Okay,
the Washington football team.
I mean, hey, man.
Ever. I get that this is temporary, but the Washington football team.
I love it just off the fact that like they didn't rush the name and we end up with, because I want Red Wolves. That's it. Red Tails is cool. I don't want it. Red Hawks is cool. Don't want it. I don't like Warriors at all. So I'm all the way.
Like Arkansas State owns the name Red Wolves.
Yeah, but they've already, I forgot, it was another team that they came into a mutual agreement with, and they let them also use the Red Wolf name. They just had to play certain royalties or something like that. So they ex Arkansas governor who attended Arkansas State basically gave his blessings. Like, I would love if the Washington team used the name and shared it with us, because it would also give us more publicity and stuff like that. So I feel like they're willing to share it. It's just up to Dan Snyder and them to actually contact them. I think it's on the Dan Snyder side, if anything.
And Dan Snyder, it looks like he's trying to sell the team anyway. So that's why I watched the football team.
Oh yeah, no, Dan Snyder is 10 toes down, claws into the dirt. I'm not going no matter what. The other people are trying to sell their stake, the other 3 to have the other 40%, and they're trying to get rid of them. But Dan Snyder's like, I'm not going anywhere. But then again, he said in all caps a while back, I'm never changing the name. So you never know. But sadly, though, if he goes, this is the first time I've ever liked Dan Snyder. The previous 30 years have been absolutely terrible. So one of the worst owners.
That he could probably leave when he's.
Yeah, I mean, bro, the last 30 years have been terrible, and we've hated him. And then now the past 5 months have actually been pretty good, and at moments great with some of the decisions he's made. And now, he's possibly going to end up, I doubt it, because there's no substantial evidence against him as far as that report with the 16 women goes. But I mean, this is the closest we've gotten to Dan Snyder getting up out the building. And terrible timing, because now like I said, finally these past few months, I've actually liked a lot of the decisions he's made. And again, with this, same with the name. I love Red Wolves. That's my favorite name option by far. Every time I look up a survey, it'll have like 10,000 votes. Red Wolves will have 80% alone. So it seems like most of us want it. And Dan Snyder did say he's going to listen to the fans, alumni, celebrity fans like KD who love it, players who are on the team, Dwayne Haskins, Jonathan Allen, Mike Ioannidis love it, Doc Walker loves it, Fred Smoot, a lot of people that matter love it, not even just as fans. So hopefully if he's listening, it will be Red Wolves. And I like the Washington football team name because it's basically just a placeholder. And Ron Rivera said it may take 16 to 18 months to get the permanent name. So I'm glad we didn't just go with something random, because then it's more likely to stick. It will more than likely, like if we just went ahead and was like, okay, we'll be the Warriors for now, then it would more than likely be the Warriors permanently, even if they did try to see what name they wanted, just because that's a real name. Since the football team isn't a real name, that means we have to change it. And hopefully, within the next year, it will be Red Wolves. Hopefully.
I get you, but still, hail to the football team.
Hey, but at the end of the day, if you look, I look at it as if you're like the Cowboys and you lose to a team named the football team, that looks worse on you. You lost to the football team. Like,
Cowboys beat the football team. The football team. It's like how you gonna just write that?
Hey man,
like,
I'm glad.
Teams.
I don't necessarily love the New Jerseys and helmets.
Gonna be their mascot.
But it's just a W. There is no mascot. It's just a W. It's literally just a W. I think it's literally like the logo in the middle of the field is going to be a W. And then I don't know. We changed the font, and it's not exactly like the Falcons font, but it's very close.
What is the short name for the Washington football team? Because I know the Redskins were just the Skins. They're just going to be called the team.
Hey, the team. Hey, I kind of like it now. The team, like the team. You know what I'm saying? But again,
football.
I don't. Of course, I don't really like the name. I just like the long-term value of it, because now that we're the football team, it's more likely that we will change the name, and hopefully the name will be Red Wolves. Thank goodness we didn't go
buy a Washington football team jersey.
Yeah, I would. I mean, again, I'll just like my mom said, like, we're the football team. As long as I emphasize the, I love it. I'm actually cool with it. We're the team. I'm rocking with it. I mean, of course, I prefer Red Wolves, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put my positive spin on it. I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to put, we're the team now. That's all what I like about it.
The football team finishes 2-14.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm one of them fans that, hey, I want Panay Sewell. I'm not even going to lie. Like, man, we got to do this again to where we can get a high draft pick. We have one of the best left tackles in the league, one of the best edge rushers, if not the best, in Chase Young back-to-back years. I'm cool with it. I'm down. It doesn't matter to me. This is a trial year anyway. Because like I've already been saying for months, this year, Ron Rivera has already shown this is just going to be a regular season long training camp battle. Like, we're just going to be throwing people out there. Like, say we throw Sean Davis out there at free safety one game. Even if he has a good game, we may try to throw Troy Apke out there the next game just to try stuff. Like, this is going to be a really frisky season. This is going to be trying plays. They're going to be like, okay, how about Terry McLaurin run a sweep this play? Just because. Let's see if it works type of thing. On defense, offense, all of it. I think our special teams is going to be the only thing consistent. So as long as we're, working on stuff and getting ourselves ready for 2021 and beyond, and we get a good draft pick, I'm happy. I'm not even going to lie.
Someone's going to ask, what football team does Dwayne Haskins play for? I play for the football team.
Hey, man. Hey. It does sound funny, but I'm gonna put my positive spin on it. I mean, at the end of the day, I like the fact that the burgundy is a deeper burgundy rather than that red we had, and the gold is more of it's not the super gold that I really like, but at least it's not that yellow we've had, so I'm cool with it. And then I don't really like the Alabama style because I just, I'm very against Alabama just because I'm a Georgia fan. But the jerseys really aren't that bad. I expected them to end up being worse than that, so I'm cool with it. I personally don't like them, but I'm glad that it's not something just terrible and off the wall. They kept it simple. You'll have your number on the side of your helmet like Alabama. And then I do appreciate the change of the colors. And then, the logo, whatever, is just a W. It's whatever. Hopefully we'll go with Red Wolves, please. Please.
Hey, and I gotta say in the comments, no need for Patriot slander because we got Cam Newton. Okay, so we were at a period of time when Brady left and we got Stidham at quarterback that we could have been bottom feeders, but no, we are back to being Super Bowl contenders. Bank on it.
Yeah, my mom has a good point. Exactly. We can run this trial year as the Washington football team where we're just making mistakes left and right. I mean, new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator, new head coach. It's whatever.
Yeah,
winning as the Red Wolves.
But I don't know. What I've seen from these organizations, they'll always say like we're going to choose what the fans want, and they'll do a 360 and do something else. So y'all going to say the Red Wolves, but then going to the DC Sentinels or something.
Yeah, bro, please no. Definitely not the Warriors. But I feel like, honestly, I wouldn't put my life savings on it. But Julie Donaldson, who was recently promoted, she said that they're gonna come up with a website to where we can give our feedback as fans. And then Dan Snyder personally addressed and said out his mouth, I don't know how much to believe it, but he did say they will take in fan, alumni, and player feedback. And mostly everybody I've seen loves Red Wolves. I mean, they've already started putting it as their hashtags. They've on Instagram, they'll post little wolf emojis like Matt Unitas, Dwayne Haskins, Jonathan Allen, like actual people that matter on the team and everything. And Doc Walker from the Super Bowl days we were winning. I mean, it's people that really matter to the organization that want Red Wolves. So hopefully that matters. And I mean, we have a whole season to howl in the stadium. As long as people are howling and we do whatever we can throughout the season to campaign for Red Wolves, we may be able to make this happen, honestly. Because I never thought I'd see the day that I liked Dan Snyder over the course of some months. Now, these good months have been made up for the terrible 30 years, but I never thought I would actually like decisions Dan Snyder's making, and he's actually made them. So that makes me have, high hopes that he may actually care what the fans think as far as making this decision. And he brought back Terry Bateman to do it, to help him with it. So Ron Rivera can focus on X's and O's, thank goodness.
All right, we gonna see. We gonna see.
Yeah, it is definitely we'll see. Because like I said, I'm not putting my life savings on it. But there is a glimmer of hope. Because again, I never thought Dan Snyder would make a good
Red
decision.
Hyenas or something. Like, we'll see.
I wouldn't even be, as long as they're not the Warriors, bro. That's one of the worst ones to me. Because I mean, from outside our organization, you hear Warriors, who are you gonna think? Like, please tell me.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, right. Every time.
I ain't gonna think about Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, bro. Even if we win a Super Bowl, people still may think Golden State before us. I'm good on it. I'm so good on it. I hate the Warriors idea. Like,
I don't know. I
really
never believe in copying off another team's name, like because it's always going to be duplicated. Like San Francisco Giants and New York Giants.
Yeah, that's pretty
Depending
disgusting.
on what you say to Giants, like you could think of two things. You're in California, you say the Giants, you think of San Francisco. If you're in New York, when you say the Giants, you think of New York. Like I know they're different sports, but sometimes that could still be confusing.
But with Warriors,
Giants.
With the Warriors, you can be in DC and think Golden State. Like it's that bad. Like the Warriors have that name on lock. They've been the most winningest team recently. That's like the worst way to go. And then I've been comparing it to an NBA team suddenly becoming the Patriots, like out of nowhere. That's what I've been saying for the past few weeks. You got how terrible that would look? Like, of course, everybody's going to think New England. And even though Tom Brady's not there, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and all of that type of stuff. So I hate the Warriors idea. I think it's lazy. I think it's literally people's just like, as long as it's something where we can keep the color. And Ron Rivera's already said he's keeping the colors. So no matter what we change the name of the logo to, we will keep the colors. And I hate Wolf.
You could do also the New York thing, like New York Mets, New York Jets, New Jersey Nets at one point. Washington Lizards, Washington Wizards.
No. The Wizards itself is a bad name because where did that come from? And I hate the argument that like the Red Wolves have nothing to do with DC. First of all, they do because they once upon a time used to be in DC, but now they're an endangered species and only found in North Carolina. And then second of all, there's no Bears in Chicago. There's no Lions in Detroit. Like that doesn't have to matter. I don't see how that really matters. And to me, I just want the team name to be something strong and aggressive.
Cold area like Chicago, anyways.
Yeah, bruh. It just Warriors is so lazy. I mean, Red Wolves the best.
Falcons in Atlanta. I mean, I know there are Falcons, I think, but
I don't think I've just run into one. I don't think I've ever run into one, honestly. I'm actually going to show some Red Bull stuff while we're talking.
Have you seen the Hawks?
Ever. I've seen buzzards everywhere. It's hard to find a hawk, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I've seen roaches.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, New York should be the rats, if anything.
Oh no, honestly,
that's going by that logic. The New York huge rats,
the New York Master Splinters.
But yeah, man, I'm again. I like some of the other ideas, but I'm 100% Red Wolf because I want to make sure that and that was this rush. Hope we don't do the same thing. I mean, that literally had nothing to do with nothing. Absolutely nothing. They just wanted to get away from bullets as quickly as possible. I don't know. I haven't done research on it. I don't know whose idea Wizards was and where it came from. But I mean, now we're used to it, so it sounds like it makes sense. But that day when it was changed to Wizards, it was like, what does that even have to do with anything? So time heals all wounds anyway. So no matter what the name is, people are going to get used to it. But please make it something good like Red Wolves, please.
At least the thing with the Wizards, originally, I thought their jerseys were really cool. The jerseys they had in the 90s.
Yeah. I like those jerseys too.
And Jazim, yep. Alex Smith cleared play football in 2020. Yep, we already covered that.
Yes, sir. Had to talk about it. Thank goodness we did too before they caught us lacking. I'm trying to bring up some Red Wolves designs. So, anybody that's, a little bit, not convinced yet, you know what I'm saying? I have some Red Wolves designs I can show everybody. Hold on. I'm going to get them together. I'm getting them together right now.
Guess in between, Outlaw King did ask a question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? The ability to see the future.
I've always struggled with that.
Yeah, for me, it's the ability to see the future. It's just so I can know what stocks to buy, and I'll put all my money into that.
That's a good point. So you don't even want to do anything super. You just want to use it to be rich or whatever else you have to do. Exactly. You could be super off of that, honestly.
And I can just see to see what happens. If I meet someone, I can see what happens in the future with them. Like, oh yeah, I already know not to trust you. I know what you did to me like 7 years later. So I already know not to trust you.
I already know what you did to me 7 years later. That sentence sounds so crazy. 7 years later.
Shouts out. Hey, you good, Jazim. Shouts out to Japan.
Well, what happened? I'm not in the chat. I'm still trying to find this screen share thing. Oh, there we go. Got it. Ugh, why is it that big? I can't crop this. No.
That's a decent logo, I guess. It's not
Yeah,
that
I
bad.
have plenty of designs. I mean, I'm here mostly for the jerseys. I love this jersey concept. First of all, I love the claw marks, the claw scratches on the side. I like how the R is like a wolf and stuff. I mean, I could go on forever about the Red Wolves designs. I mean,
It looks like a college jersey, like a jersey you'll see in college football. But I mean, that's not a bad thing because these college football jerseys are pretty good.
Yeah, I like creativity. Again, first of all, I tried to skip past that. I tried to skip past that. Again, this is the logo they have on the side of the helmet. I like creativity. I'm not old school. I don't want to see Alabama jerseys. I don't like the Giants jerseys. I just don't like plain jerseys. I like people to try and experiment, not Jacksonville Jaguars level experiment. You know what I'm saying? They I don't know what they were doing. That was creativity gone wrong, but I do like creativity. This is one of my favorite little logos, and especially the colors. I like that gold. And it's like similar to the old Redskins logo that we had with the feather. Now it's a wolf tail. I like how they did that. And the R, it's being separated. You can tell it's an R because there's a wolf outline under it. So I like that. That was really creative. I love that. Of course, with the Red Wolves, if you don't know, there was an elite helicopter squadron that helped the Navy at one point in time, named the Red Wolves. And so you can do a military spin on it also, just not even from the side of the Wolves. You can even do military stuff. I was kind of cool with this design. I like it. Kind of reminds me of the Hawks a little bit, like the shade of yellow, whatever that is. Looks like glow in the dark. But here we go. The W, we can literally go from that normal W we have now to this easy transition. I saw this. I was intrigued by it, but I didn't exactly know what.
I like the W. I like the previous photo better.
Yeah, I was looking at this like I see where they went with it, but it's a little too much for me. I like these jerseys, not gonna lie, and they have that logo that I liked. This is the logo that I did like. They have that with it. I like the colors. I love the gold. That's like the best shade of gold right there for me. I wish we had that gold now. I wish we would have been had it. That's the gold we kind of used to have back in the Darryl Green days with the spear on the helmet. I love that shade of gold. Again, this is like the military spin on it. Welcome to the den. There's so many things you can do with it. This is a nice little logo. This is a deeper gold, deeper burgundy. I like it. Oh, of course, somebody. Of course, there's always going to be a petty battle between us and the Cowboys, no matter what. They could have put anybody else's logo. They could have put multiple logos. They chose to make sure the Cowboys was the only logo they did.
That's hilarious.
I'm kind of digging these a little bit. I don't like them as much as the other design made by the same person, but yeah, look at the votes. Like out of 8,600 votes, Red Wolves is the green one. 54% of votes.
All right.
This is one of the
when they call them the DC natives, don't say anything.
I like these jerseys too. Here's a bunch of logos right here that I like a lot. I mean, not a lot. I mean, some of them are cool, some of them are interesting. I see the idea. I like how plain this one is. Like this looks like a legitimate logo just because it's not doing too much. Like I feel like this one may be doing too much. It looks nice, but it may be too much for an NFL franchise. This one's relatively plain. That's okay.
This looks very Timberwolves X, just with a different colorway for the bottom right.
Oh yeah, that's another problem. Yeah, that is another problem. I'm not really liking that. And I like the way they do it.
To call them the Wolves, like are you going to get confused with the Minnesota T-Wolves and the Minnesota?
Make sure we emphasize Red Wolves, and I love it because we can keep the HTTR. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout outs to Rich because he helped me get a lot of these pictures too. Rich in the chat, yes sir, yes sir. I kind of like this. I just like the background on this more than the actual jersey designs. I'm not even gonna lie. Like this with the W on the side. I love the all white unis. Whatever we got to do to bring back all white unis, I'm down for. This is an interesting font they use. This is a nice plain logo that could work. I'm cool with this. I like this logo. This looks like when you create a team on NCAA football, that looks like one of those logos, or like NFL Street when you make a team. But I still like it. But it just looks like a created team on a video game.
Cartoonish.
Yeah, it looks like. And I love it, but it's too complicated. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a little too complicated.
It looks like a man. Like it looks like a.
Yeah, he has personality in the face, man. I don't know. I love the logo, but it's too complicated.
It looks like he's been through some things.
But speaking of surveys, you know what I'm saying? Again, we don't know if Dan Snyder's actually listening, but 8,000, almost 8,200 votes. almost 72% voted
All
red.
right, when they call them the Washington Hawks, then the Washington Burgundy Hawks.
And then look at this too. Look at this. They were like, "Oh yeah, this isn't even fair. So we're gonna do Red Wolves versus everybody else." And I think it's only 402 votes though. And Red Wolves was still 92%, almost 91%. They did Red Wolves. Everybody else, Red Wolves still won. So hopefully, we're gonna take this season as an opportunity to spam Red Wolves hashtags. Whenever Julie Donaldson launches the website that she was talking about, we're gonna spam that. Anytime we can call into a radio show, I'm gonna spam it. If I go to a game and everybody that goes to games regularly, just make sure you howl whenever there's a sack or a touchdown. We got to make this Red Wolves thing a movement, man. We really got to push this.
You're going to see the football team. So whenever you see the football team in DC,
basically something like that. We'll work on it. We're getting there. We'll work on it.
So I just want to reply to like one comment I've seen about the superpower. In response to that, I've seen the ability to not like get pain or like be harmed. I'm like, have you played God of War? I don't think I want that power.
I don't know the God of War. I know what God of War is, but I don't get the reference. But our body purposely tells you what pain is so that you can know something is wrong. So yeah, I wouldn't want to get rid of pain. You might be walking around with a broken leg and don't even know. Yeah,
so anyone who has a PS4 and haven't played God of War, what are you doing? So one of the main antagonists, he could not feel pain at all. And that's what made him so strong, because no matter what Kratos did to him, he was not going to get hurt. But he was also such a tortured soul because he couldn't have any feeling. Like he just couldn't feel anything. So because of that, he was so tortured, and he hated his mother for doing that to him, that he wanted to kill his mother. And I forgot.
And life was just bland.
Huh? Say what?
He said life was just bland. Life was just like, this is just boring. This sucks type of thing.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, he hated it. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I don't want that power.
Honestly, I don't know. I like that see into the future thing. But as far as like powers, I don't know. I've always struggled with this question. I've always been like, come back to me, and I never could get an answer. You know what? By next week, I'm gonna have an answer. So that's my homework. Oh, speaking of homework, did you listen to the YB and Corday album?
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh. Yo, you had to text me. You had to remind me. I forgot.
I literally just remember when I said homework. I was like, wait, Seyi's supposed to do something for this show. Yeah, man. I didn't remember till literally just now. A light bulb just went above my head. I super forgot too. But yeah, I can't think of a power that I want. That's a hard decision, bro. To be able to just pick one, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I can get creative. I'm not sure if that's allowed. If I could like have the power to make, wishes come true. I can just wish for something. I don't know. I mean, something better than what than the Umbrella Academy lady does, where she like whispers it to somebody, they hear it, and then it happens. I want to just be able to say it out loud and like have my own two Fairly Odd parents with me, and then I can do it like that with no rules. I take that. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head.
So basically, it'd be like Kai Jones said, I get the power to give myself powers. You get fairy godparents. So same thing.
Yeah, they're Fairly Godparents or some type of, some type of hack, some type of life hack that you where you kind of, you break the code. Like I want the power to have unlimited wishes or something like that. And then like that, like when people ask you what's your one wish, I would wish for unlimited wishes, like that. Something like that. Where you're finding a weird alley. I can't remember the exact word for it. You're finding a loophole to the question, but I can't think of anything off top, honestly.
Like say, all I want is just to see the future, just so I can make money. That's all I care about. What's making money? What's going to be rich in the future? What stock is going to be a hit in the future? And I'll just put all my savings on it.
Yeah, you got me convinced. I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, I already like had that in my mind once I saw I was losing $400 in stock. So like, hey, I already had that in my mind.
Never mind. I don't even want to get into it. Not gonna put anybody on game. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for that. See what that boy Seyi is investing in. Unless you wanted to share what you're investing in.
I mean, I'm not an expert, so I don't think you want to follow what I'm investing in. But hey,
you said you lost 400. That's pretty funny.
If you want me to give you one thing that's I think is going to do well, it's probably going to be DraftKings because, like, think of it, you can't go into games for this year at all for any sports. Mm-hmm. So what are people going to do? What are people going to waste their money on? They're going to be like, you know what? Let me try gambling. Let me try to see if I can make some money on this. So I think DraftKings is going to be a huge hit, especially when the NFL season starts. So I got my stocks on DraftKings right now. And I'm already on
doing DraftKings
$20 positive right now. Well, I got like a $20 profit. But I bought it at $35.80. I believe it's like at $37 right now.
Well, what app do you use? Who are you?
I use Ameritrade, TD Ameritrade, but I use Robinhood to check the value of the stocks. And Robinhood updates it real time. Ameritrade's a little bit late. But I use Ameritrade to actually trade.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. I see him. I see that boy. That boy not playing over there.
So I also, I could tell y'all the reason why I'm losing $400 is because I invested into this black-owned bank called Broadway Financial, also known as BYFC, because I literally just started doing stocks. So I invested into BYFC because of Blackout Tuesday. Since I thought during Blackout Tuesday, people are going to buy from black-owned businesses. And because of that, I thought the black-owned stocks were going to rise as well. And I was sad.
I like the idea. I like that. Sadly mistaken.
So there was one time where I had like a $350 profit from BYFC. But I held because I thought it was going to rise even higher. Because it was like at $430 at one point, and I bought it at $293. But then it rolled. I thought it was going to rise to $7. So I held it mistakenly, but that Tuesday just fell flat and went to $1, like $1.90 something. Yeah, they took my money. You're right. They took my money, Brian. They took my money. So I got to wait till next Juneteenth. I got to wait till June. No, not June 19th, June 18th, a day before Juneteenth, June 18, 2021. So I could cash out on that stock. So I'm not selling it at all. So like, hey, it's going to be the negatives, but I'm not selling it at all. I do not sell for a loss.
Yeah, you're just going to go ahead and wait till it wraps back around and does well again. And then you're going to sell it a little bit earlier. That's smart. That's smart. Yeah, it's definitely no point in just taking that L now.
Exactly.
There's no point. There's absolutely no advantage to that. That's pretty funny that it dropped that low that quickly, though. That is wild. I mean, it literally it went up for like a day or a couple, and then it just immediately plummeted. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's called a pump and dump stock. So like they'll have people to just pump it up. They'll try to promote it on social media like it's going to be a big hit, even though they really know it's not. So it can have everybody buying it. So when it gets pumped up, they're going to sell it, and a lot of other shareholders are going to sell it as well, and it just falls flat. So Brian said about cryptocurrency. So I'm going to wait till I have more money to get into that. I do definitely want to get into Bitcoin, at least get one full Bitcoin, but I'm going to wait a little bit. So I think the value of a Bitcoin is going to be much higher than what it is right now.
I lost track of what was going on with Bitcoin. It's actually still working out. Like,
it's worth 9,000 right now.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, but a possibility like in 2 years, this might be the like main form of currency. Like, who knows? Like in the future. So I think this is something you should invest in. But like, I don't have money like that. If I had 6 figures, then probably I'll invest in a couple, but I don't.
So they cost a lot right now. It's hard to even buy Bitcoin right now.
Yeah, you could buy like a fraction of a Bitcoin. I had to pay the full 9,000. But if you really want to make money, you pay the full 9,000.
That is ridiculous. Oh, and Jazim said, "Who are y'all top 3 anime characters?" Now that is separate from actual anime in total. But if I had to pick characters, I got to do Lelouch from Code Geass. That's off top. I love Hunter x Hunter. I do love Gon, but I might not have him in there. I feel like a hype beast for kind of saying Naruto, but I really, really like Naruto. I'm not even gonna lie. I like what's his face from Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know, that's really hard. I even like the guy from Food Wars a lot. I really like the main character from Food Wars like a lot, like up there, top 10 level. Black Clover main character too. I'm not even gonna lie, I love him. I love what is his name? I haven't watched it in so long. I don't even know. I can't even. But I know Lelouch is automatic. Lelouch might be my favorite of all time, honestly. I absolutely love Lelouch. That's my boy. If you haven't seen Code Geass, that's one of the best animes out here doing it. Please go watch Code Geass. It is ridiculous. You say, wait, what happened?
I said I need to see that. But
Code Geass is great. It's like kind of it's a lot of mystery. It has some act. Well, it's actually a lot of action, but the anime isn't based on action. Like, it's not using action to carry it. It's more like storytelling, character development. It's wild, and it's one of them animes. He takes 2 steps forward, takes 5 steps back. It's so frustrating. Like, everybody that's watched it, like the whole Xbox party chat, literally had everybody took like a few days off because it's too stressful. It's one of the most stressful animes you'll ever watch. Oh yeah, Yusuke. There we go. That's I knew. Yeah, Yusuke. Oh yeah, the Demon Slayer guy. I can't remember his name though. Oh, the guy from Doctor. Doctor. What's it called? Not Doctor Strange. Doctor. Dang it. The anime that came out last summer. I liked him too because he was really smart and like he was like I liked his personality too, not just because he was smart. Yeah, Demon Slayer. He is fine, especially how he protects his sister.
So
I can't speak on anything Dragon Ball. I never liked Dragon Ball. I got to Cell Saga, literally couldn't finish it. I'm sorry. That's the only anime I've just been like, all right, I can't do it.
I mean, I like Dragon Ball like as a kid, but honestly, right now it's kind of harder for me to watch it because now like this, I focus more on the story, not how strong they are. Because like as a kid, I was just so amazed at how strong they are that I didn't care about the story at all. But now as I'm older, I'm trying to like understand the story. And the story, like honestly, it like a lot of players lack character development. Gohan especially lacks character development. I remember when Videl in Dragon Ball Z was a tomboy, but all of a sudden in Super, at least in the beginning episodes, because that's where I stopped watching, she just became like a traditional Japanese girl, and I stopped watching after that because it was like, what is this? But
I feel like it's mostly nostalgia when it comes to Dragon Ball because I can't do it.
Exactly. I mean, I do need to watch Super because I mean, I did play Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and I mean the characters look like new. The villains look really cool, so I do need to watch Super. I've been catching a couple of clips. I need to watch some full episodes. So my top 3 anime characters, like definitely Yusuke Urameshi, definitely number 1. Like Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite anime show.
Definitely in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5 anime.
Got a question for you, Rico, and in the comments. Does Avatar Last Airbender count as an anime? Because I know it's not really.
I don't know. I never watched. I'm late to anime, so that's why I don't have that attachment to Dragon Ball like everybody else does. Or I'm grown man. I just started watching literally my first anime at like age 20. So I missed Avatar. I missed all of that. I mean, I saw a little bit of
Avatar's that show. Avatar's that show.
I've heard it's great, but I missed it all.
If Avatar counts, I would say Katara, Aang, of course, and Azula. So if Avatar does count, I'll say Azula because Azula is a very complex character. And as well, my next character for anime would be, what is that demon that's part of Yusuke's team? The short one with the hair.
Oh, the one that was evil for a minute. I forgot his name.
He's also my favorite character
really fast
right now. His name is
I liked him. I liked him even when he was like an enemy at first, before they even like joined up together. I liked him. I can't remember anybody's name right now. I can't even remember. I love even though Food Wars, I'm not gonna say it's a top 10 anime, but the main character, I rock with him so hard. Like if he was getting jumped in real life, I pull up to help him, bro. That's my boy.
Now hold up.
His personality.
Hey, Brian, if we count Boondocks as an anime, then I got some favorite characters from there too. I don't know if we
Oh
count.
yeah, yeah. Hey, I didn't even think about Boondocks. That's a good point.
That's a great topic. Like, does Boondocks and Avatar count as anime since they're not Japanese made? Do they? Well, no, they
I don't
can
know.
count
I
as
mean,
anime.
I guess
But I mean,
it's good. Yeah,
never
it's
really,
good.
everybody really thinks of like those shows as anime. Because I mean, I never like Hiei, that's his name, Hiei.
There we go. Yeah. Thank you.
And Sasuke, I love Sasuke as well. Like I love
Sasuke used to be on my nerve.
the good
I
guy
used to
villain
hate.
characters.
I used to hate his personality, bro. I couldn't stand Sasuke for a long time until he came back because it was just like, bro, like he was just seemed so confused. It was like Itachi did all of this.
His whole family got murdered. Can you blame him?
Like, bro, like, come on, bro, grow up, bro. Like, come on, it ain't that.
Okay. If your whole family got killed by someone that you like by a Hokage or by Danzo. Yeah, if your whole family got killed by someone you're working together with or you work for the same village, aren't you gonna be mad too? Aren't you gonna feel lied to?
Yeah, but it was like after he found out why, and Itachi was like, bruh, please. Like, this is when he loved Itachi too. Like, Itachi was like the only person he cared about. And Itachi was like, bruh, don't kill the Leaf Village. Like, there was a reason I had to protect everybody. If anything, just focus on Danzo. Sasuke was still like, you know what? Killing the whole Leaf Village. Like, I hated he was just emotionally confused too much for me. He was just too emotional. I'm like, yeah, that's what Brian said. Other than that, I do like the good guy villain, but like his emotions, I couldn't do it, bro. He was getting on my nerves the whole way.
Sasuke felt that Itachi had to take on that burden himself. Sasuke felt like that shouldn't have been Itachi's burden because he hated his brother for so long for killing the Uchiha clan, but he didn't know why. And he's mad at Danzo for making him hate his brother that way.
Yeah, but take it out on Danzo, bro. Like the innocent people of the Leaf Village, like leave them alone. What did Naruto do to you? That's my problem. Like he was just so emotional. He couldn't focus it.
The thing with the Uchiha clan is you got to sever the ties with someone you hold close, like your best friend. You got to sever the ties in order to become stronger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. So that's why Naruto.
That's why he did that with Naruto.
The whole Leaf Village was a problem for me. That's what I feel like he was just too emotional. I couldn't get with him he wasn't like a super cool bad guy to me. I liked his character development. I like, like you said, I like the good guy, evil guy type of thing. Because I'm normally like the middle guy. I like the like on Star Wars, my favorite character is Boba Fett, like the guy that's in the middle, neither good or bad. But it was just I couldn't see him as cool because he was just too emotional for me. Jazim said shout out Killua. Yeah, bro. He was serious. It's between Killua and Gon as far as Hunter x Hunter go. Or Hunter, whatever, however you pronounce it. Killua was really crazy. I'm trying to think, man. I definitely gotta have Yusuke up there in my top 5. I gotta have again, I don't have any nostalgia for anime. I started literally at like 20 years old when Abe literally made me sit down and watch Gurren Lagann. That was the first anime.
Abe got you hip to anime?
Right, it was spring break. Spring break at St. John's in New York was 40-degree weather. And so we were just in the dorm all day, every day. And we couldn't just play zombies all day. So he was like, all right, try anime. I was like, bro, I'm not watching anime. He's like, bro, try it. Just watch this with me, see if you like it. And then I liked it. And Gurren Lagann is nowhere near my top 25, but I do appreciate it for getting me into anime. So that's why I don't have the nostalgia and the attachment to Dragon Ball or any of those old anime that a lot of people have. So I went back and watched Dragon Ball after watching like Full Metal Alchemist, after watching Yu Yu Hakusho. And I was like, why do y'all like this? Like, how is this okay? Like, I'm just looking at Dragon Ball, like, how are y'all not bored? It just seemed like they were just
watch it as an adult. If you watch it as a kid, you would like it.
Bruh, I just did nothing, bruh. And I love Naruto.
If you watch it as a kid, when you watch it as a kid, you don't care about the story. You're like, oh, he's turning Super Saiyan. Look how strong he is. Oh, Kamehameha. You don't care about like the actual story, character development, or build. Like I can't watch Dragon Ball as an adult anymore. Well, I can watch probably Dragon Ball, like pre-Dragon Ball Z Dragon Ball. I like that story, but I can't watch Dragon Ball Z. Like I tried watching it, and it's just like it's not the same anymore.
I couldn't finish it. I was struggling, man.
What is 3 minutes in the Dragon Ball Z world is 3 episodes in our world. Like I couldn't take it anymore.
Bro, I'm sprinting through One Piece. I sprinted through Naruto Shippuden and all that. But
that had like 5 million episodes. How do you sprint through One Piece?
Bro, I'll be working on like a video and I'll have that as the majority of my screen, or I'll be playing Xbox and I'm watching the dub, so I'm not even looking at it. I'm just listening.
There was a period I stopped watching anime like at 13 or 14 years old, and that was when One Piece was on and putting out new episodes. I came back, I think, like at 21. They were still putting out new episodes. Like that, no one. Like
that doesn't bother me though.
That I don't.
I like it because I was sad when I reached the end of Naruto. I still haven't watched Boruto, but like I was sad when I'm sad. I'm the type of person that's sad when they reach the end of a anime, because then it's like I gotta get detached from the characters now. So I like the fact that I have an anime that's just I'm watching for forever. And again, I'm just literally just binge watching it. It's on dub. It's not my main attention. Like me personally, I can't watch anything and only watch that thing. Even football, I have to be doing something. I have to be on Xbox playing something. I have to be working on a video. So I just have it dubbed and it's just kind of going. And I miss some stuff, but still I'm just kind of watching it. But I'm not literally just sitting here One Piece 400 episodes in just watching. I'm not even like that. That's why I love sub, but it's just too time consuming because I literally have to stare at the screen. Whereas dubbed, I just have it at the bottom right corner of my computer. I'm working on a video here, playing Xbox here, talking to my friends in the chat. It's like I'm multitasking. That's why I tend to watch dub. A lot of anime are better sub, but it's just too time consuming for me, honestly. Like I just can't do it.
Your mom said you did watch anime.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember. I remember those Sunday morning, like Pokemon and Kirby. I'm not sure if Kirby can.
Anime too.
Yu-Gi-Oh! No, I don't think so. But it was Sunday morning or Saturday morning. One of those. All of those would come on. And I used to try to draw them, but I never really got into anime because I was like, bro, I can't. It's a cartoon. How am I gonna like it? And then Dave was like, bro, please watch it. Now I love it. That's all I watch. I watch football and anime.
Honestly, I would have been a legit artist if I kept drawing, because at 3rd grade, I was a very good drawer. Like, I drew a very accurate looking Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. All I knew how to draw was Dragon Ball Z characters. Even to this day, all I know how to draw Dragon Ball Z characters. I can't draw anything else. But
have that ready for the next stream. Why be in Corday album and a very accurate Super Saiyan Go?
I mean, I can't make it as I did like when I was a kid, but just the style of the drawings is still like Dragon Ball Z inspired. Like how the ears are shaped, like how the eyes are shaped. Like that's the only way I've learned how to draw was that.
I used to
study it as a kid, like how to draw them. I used to literally study it. I used to use peach crayons to color in their skin color. Like every single detail.
Boy, I swear I used to try, and to this day I feel like I wasn't that good. My mom says I was getting better and better, but I never liked the way I was able to draw. I felt like I was always terrible. I feel like I never got there.
You gotta show those drawings. You gotta show those drawings.
I feel like they're terrible. I don't even want to see them, to be honest. I'm good on it. I don't want to see it at all. Jazim said, if you had to spit a verse in a cipher, but you could be possessed by a real rapper, who would you choose? Now I like, honestly, I do like DMX has one of my favorite styles, but he's not lyrically up to where I would want a cipher to be. So that's where it's difficult for me, because I like DMX's flow. I like the way, even that video with where it's him, Big Pun, Most Def, the battle rapper that's bald, this evil looking. I forgot he was there. There's a whole bunch of people there. DMX, even though he wasn't the strongest lyrically, because of course Big Pun killed everybody. He was my most entertaining verse because it's the way he his cadence, his personality he brings. So if I could get DMX's style with, I'm trying to think of a lyricist. I don't know, that's so hard to choose from, bro. And you're talking about cipher, because for me, song making, Kid Cudi's my favorite of all time. If you consider him a rapper, I feel like it's not even close, in my opinion. But then as far as album making, Kendrick got it. That's no doubt. I mean, To Pimp a Butterfly, even though sonically I'm not in love with the album, I do appreciate it as literally a top 5 album of all time.
I feel like his older album's better than that. But yeah, I do like Butterfly.
I like Good Kid, Mad City more. Yeah, I like Good Kid, Mad City more. Yeah, but To Pimp a Butterfly, like as far as like a masterpiece, as far as effort, originality, themes, and just all kinds of Cannabis, thank you. And as far as like things that you can deeply analyze and stuff, To Pimp a Butterfly is his best album, but like Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City is better for listening. Like I prefer to replay those songs more. I like Good Kid, Mad City the most. That's the album I like the most sonically, but To Pimp a Butterfly is different. If you like actually like break down what went on, like with the beats, a beat don't go 30 seconds without some type of breakdown. Like it's the effort put into the album is ridiculous, and like the messages behind it is crazy. But I'm definitely DMX style. Kid Cudi song making isn't involved, but I guess I'm building my favorite rapper. I still got to think about lyricism because honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I love Notorious B.I.G. I love Tupac. I love all the old guys like Nas, but rappers get better over time. And I can't honestly, as much as I love their lyricism, now I'm not saying all rappers, because of course there's a lot of trash out there. But I'm saying like people take what the old guys did and make it better. Like
G Herbo, but I don't say they get better.
I mean, of course the rappers now wouldn't be where they are without those older guys. But as far as like rhyme scheme and lyricism and like especially rhyme schemes with rhyming, like stacking up words and doing ABC to AB, like people just like you said evolve. So technically in my eyes they're better, because if they were in the same time period and somebody now was rapping like that back then, they would be better than that guy.
You could make that case in the 80s and early 90s when rap was still developing, but when it became like even early 90s, it can even it's been fully evolved, but like when you get to like the mid to late 90s, I feel like the rappers were already at the peak, so like rappers are not going to get better because of that genre wasn't new anymore. Because like how many rappers are we going to find like Nas again? Like the closest thing to me to Nas is Lupe Fiasco in terms of lyrically. Are we going to find another Big L? Like lyrically,
now Big L was different.
Jay-Z's like he's a chameleon. He raps like so many different styles from the 90s traditional. He could change his style to mainstream. Like how many rappers are we going to find like that? I don't see any rappers today, like aside from Kendrick, that could probably go back in the 90s, in the late 90s, and compete with those rappers toe to toe. Even J. Cole, I think, is going to be just like a slightly above average rapper if he was there back then.
Oh, ew, this is terrible. I see what you. My mom brought the DBZ character so I can show y'all. Ew, I'm not. I don't like it, bro. I don't like. And then I have all of this writing about something. I guess the story behind it.
Like Strider hear you or.
Boy, his neck is done stupid, boy. His neck is done terrible.
Eminem too, like Eminem, like in the early 2000s as well. Like you're not going to find. Okay, yeah, that's bad.
I was trying, bruh. I mean, it's cool ideas. I like the theme. Like everybody has something very unique about them and weird. But like, come on, bruh. That was elementary. This was elementary school. Still, I'm not rocking with it. I don't like it, man. But
yeah, I'm about to say that AM Hunter's comment. He didn't get a style from just Jazz Zoe. He got a style from a few people. But I mean, he got some of the style from Big L, got some of the style from Notorious B.I.G., but he got it and he evolved it and made it into his own type of flow. Like he's a better rapper than Jazz Zoe. He made it into his own type of flow.
That's what I'm saying. Continue to go, because like I feel like even though Jay-Z, Nas, Notorious B.I.G., all of them are great. But like they didn't have the advanced rhyme schemes that people today have. Like
Jay-Z and Notorious B.I.G. didn't have advanced rhyme schemes?
Nah, bro. They never ever like for instance, like G Herbo. Bro, G Herbo. What did he say? He said something long on his hip, black and white crapping, strong as a gift, home with it. Like they didn't do that. Like they were fine. They were really good at making their words mean other stuff and using metaphors. But as far as like
Jay-Z's the king with that.
Nah, he wasn't rhyming like he wasn't super duper rhyming. I'm talking about pure rhyme scheme and like using different like flows and stuff. We definitely advanced from that.
Oh no,
Because I feel like, of course,
Rico
people
about
like
that.
Big L, Biggie, even Lil Wayne, we wouldn't sound like what we sound like now without them because they took like I mean we went from hip to hop to hippie to and Big L's heard that and made what he made and that's like tremendous because like I don't even know where he even thought of that. Like how did he think to make modern rap sound like how it sounds? But then
Nas
people
rapped
took
the
that and
song
made it better.
backwards. Nas rapped the song backwards.
I mean, yeah, now that's different. Now that was like a creative. I got to do this for like a project for school type of thing. That's ridiculous. Nobody has ever done that. Nobody will do it. But I'm just saying, people like literally take old rap styles and like I can build on this and make it better. Because they definitely were not rhyming the way people rhyme now. Like some people, I'm not talking about hip hop.
Let's see Dead Presidents by Jay-Z. You can go to any album, any song in Reasonable Doubt, and I can use that as an example. And that is
I'm gonna need to hear the bar.
96? Yeah, 96.
I'm gonna need to hear the bar because King Los is different. Like that, they just not rhyming the way that King Los off the dome is untouchable.
Like what Jay-Z had, Big L had, Nas had, a Tribe Called Quest. That's what made me want to go to New York.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying they paved the way and it was great. They were really great. And I don't even know how they came up with what they came up with. But I'm saying that rappers took what they did and basically made it better just off of adding better and more advanced rhyme schemes. Nobody's like Big L had the super punchlines, and it's really hard to do that. I agree with Jazim. And just like Lil Wayne came out with the super duper like metaphors that we know and love, the swag rap metaphors. I got more money. Instead of saying I got more money than you, he words it in a way that's more creative, like using like or as or whatever. And then people basically took that and just added more advanced rhyme schemes. So of course people now wouldn't have what they have without those guys, but they definitely took what those guys did and made it slightly better by using more advanced rhyme schemes. People definitely rhyme more than they ever did back in the past. I love Big L, love Notorious B.I.G. And rhyming isn't all that matters in lyricism, but they definitely took it and added to it. I mean, the rhyme schemes that you hear now, if you're looking for it, of course, if you're just listening to rap, like you listen to Drake or you're listening to like Migos and stuff, you're not gonna hear what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about like if you really dive deep into like certain people's discographies, like G Herbo, where they're like super rhyming. I gotta find it. It's I think it's something part 3.
Like read you to like the first stanzas of Dead Presidents 2. All right. So
I bet.
I want to bet us that we don't touch less, that trust forever, live treacherous, all the etc. To the death of us, me and my confidants, we shine y'all for the ambiance, y'all ends just rhyme. By the ounce though accumulates like snow. We don't just shine, we illuminate the whole show. You feel me? Like he basically like in that like set in those sentences alone, he basically said that he's a better rapper and he's also makes money pushing drugs as well. In that sentence as well. Like you can sum that up. Just and that's Jay-Z. That's just Jay-Z. I'm not talking about Big L or Nas. That's Jay-Z.
Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy, but bro, I'm telling you, the rhyme schemes are more advanced now. I'm telling you, bro. Wait till I find this G Herbo. I think it was it's 4 Minutes of Hell Part 3.
And I could tell you, Jazim, that Big L is better than Hov. If he like rest in peace,
I miss Big L so much, man.
Honestly, if Big L was alive, Jay-Z probably would have been as famous.
Where is it, bro? Where is this part of the song, bro? Because he started going.
Kanye's definitely up there too, not lyrically, but just creatively. He's just so creative. He's a genius. He's just so creative that, to me, like he makes better songs than lyrics. Like he's not going to be lyrically as technical as Jay-Z or Big L, but he could definitely make better songs. Like at least
you said who can make better songs?
Earlier Kanye, not current Kanye.
Oh yeah. Kanye was different. Kanye was built different, but he's also a producer, just like J. Cole and Big Crit. So I also give him credit for the fact that they can produce also. Even though I don't know how much of Kanye's raps were written for him after that came out, but Kanye did used to be ridiculous.
And if you want to pick one rapper today that could go out to the 90s and will hang with any of them, it's Lupe Fiasco. And he doesn't get the credit. He's
Yeah, I love his music.
You can make an example of like it has evolved. That's Lupe Fiasco because he took his favorite rapper was Nas. He took what Nas has made and made it into his own. Like some say, like lyrically, he's probably even better than Nas. And like I don't know. I got to see it because I feel like they're neck and neck. But like you can make that argument that lyrically, Lupe Fiasco is the best rapper of all time. Lyrically,
I can feel that.
That's Lupe Fiasco's songs, but Lupe Fiasco is not getting the recognition.
Yeah, no, Lupe is pretty ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Miss Harper. Kanye is a genius. Like he might be a little bit crazy, but doesn't mean
song designs.
He's a genius. He's like the fact he was able to get to where he's at right now makes him a genius to me. The
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is ridiculous. You know how hard it is. My main thing, what stamped me for Kanye was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Same thing with Camp by Childish Gambino and To Pimp a Butterfly and Good Kid, Mad City for Kendrick Lamar, where the whole album has one sound. You can tell when you hear a song from that, even if you didn't hear the album like that, you know it came from that album, and it all has a general theme, and every beat sounds like it was made by the same person, but every song sounds extremely different. There's similar themes throughout. And then they never use that sound again. Just like Jeffrey by Young Thug. You'll never hear a beat like that on any other Young Thug project. Same thing with Camp by Childish Gambino, where he worked with that. I forgot the guy. He makes like musical scores, but like he also sometimes makes like slightly hip hop songs. They came together to make that. Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Literally, it has a sound. You could have never heard the album before, hear a beat from it, and be like, "Oh yeah, that's like different." I've never heard Kanye do that before.
Yeah, that's what made the album so great. Like they all sound the same, but they all sound different.
Yeah, every song sounds different, but the whole album sonically has the same theme, like sound wise. Like you can tell that song is from that album because the beat has a certain kick to it, a certain hi-hat, a certain synths and things like that. I feel like it's really hard to make an entire album sound the same, but every song sound different.
And honestly, I think that's what Nas's problem was. Like in Nas's albums, like a lot of it didn't really sound the same. Like, except the exception of Illmatic, because that's what he had Amir making his beats. Like a lot of the songs didn't sound the same. Like he was this extremely good lyricist, but you couldn't really listen like the full album with Nas. Like it's
kind of like Joey Badass. It's a little bit like Joey Badass, like 1995. I think that mixtape is a classic. That's in my top 50.
Sweet Dreams.
Sweet Dreams. Immediately, what I thought about too, man. Sweet Dreams stuck in that song is ridiculous.
Snakes.
Bruh, crazy, all of that. But it's just like his albums after that, they sound nice and there's a lot of good songs on it, but it's not like a consistent thing, like you said with Nas. It's another thing to not just be a lyricist, but to make good songs. So, you know what I'm saying? It's difficult.
That's what a lot of New York rappers like struggled with. Like a lot of New York rappers, very good lyricists. Not just battle rappers, because Nas wasn't really a battle rapper either.
I was just saying in general, battle rappers too. Battle rappers from everywhere. They can rap like crazy. Even freestyle off the dome, but it's just hard for them to make songs.
Cassidy, perfect.
King Los, he has to be the best off the dome rapper of all time. You can't tell me, you can't convince me otherwise. But I've never been like, I gotta go listen to this King Los mixtape. I've heard songs and I'm just like, the lyricism is crazy, but the song itself just doesn't hit a certain way.
This is why J. Cole, like everybody loves J. Cole, because what J. Cole can do, he can put a theme. Like honestly, even though he went to our school, I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan. I do like J. Cole, but I'm not the biggest J. Cole fan.
I acknowledge he's great, but I acknowledge he's great, but I'll never just like, I gotta go back and listen to that J. Cole album, except for maybe Friday Night Lights. Honestly, for me, that's probably.
Oh yeah, I love Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, that's literally. But I've never.
I like Born Sinner as well. I like Born Sinner.
Yeah, that was ridiculous too. But you're never like with Good Kid, Mad City, and Section 80. I just go back and listen to it all the time. Same thing with my Cudi things like Man on the Moon 1 and 2. But I acknowledge J. Cole is a better rapper than Kid Cudi. I imagine he's clearly a better producer. But it's just something about going back and listening to those albums is just like not as entertaining the second time. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know.
Honestly, I couldn't listen to Forest Hills Drive. Like, I wasn't a fan of that album. But Outlaw King said Naughty by Nature. I love Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
Underrated. Tretch,
Yeah.
the main rapper from Naughty by Nature, he is super underrated. He's definitely up there lyrically as well, but just because he was always with the group, like but he used to write for his other member too.
Yeah.
He used to do
work. And I'm not even gonna lie, I grew up always admired New York lyricism, but growing up, I always just loved the West Coast music just because of the bounce and like even just the personality behind it, like the Jerry curls and stuff. So I always grew up on West Coast. I had to listen to New York stuff a little bit later. Like I had to go back and make sure I listened to all of the stuff I missed from New York. But I grew up like I used to love West Coast music.
See, I was the opposite. I was the opposite. See, I grew up on New York, and then I transitioned to the West Coast later.
Yeah, I mean, because we're the South, so you automatically South is automatic. Like Andre 3000, Outkast, and all of them. That's automatic, and Scarface and all of them. That's automatic. You just hear that naturally. But like when you get older, that's when you start going to the other places.
I had to dig into the Ghetto Boys. I didn't listen to that naturally since I'm originally born in Massachusetts. So I started listening to
a little different from y'all. Okay.
Yeah, but then we went down south, listened to Outkast, of course. But then I had to dig into the Ghetto Boys and Scarface.
Yeah, I love Scarface.
Willie D's daughter went to St. John's when we were there, right?
Who's?
Willie D from Ghetto Boys.
Oh, that's random. Yeah. We had a lot of celebrities there. It was like Bob Marley's children. It was random. I didn't even hurt myself with it.
Wait, we had Bob Marley's children at St. John's?
Somebody, we at least had one person, something like that, one or two. Like grandchildren. Yeah, I'm saying Goody Mob in Atlanta, that was just natural. Goody Mob Outkast was just had.
Rico, another one to go against your argument with rappers being better. Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane in the 80s is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like there's an asterisk. Like he was ridiculous for that time, but right now, if Big Daddy Kane came out, people will rap around.
Okay, let's go to Ain't No Half Steppin'. Okay, let's go to Ain't No Half Steppin'.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm telling you, like Lil Herb old stuff, rhyme scheme wise, ABC, ABD, the ABC, bro, they're different now. I can name a lot of
definitely no ABC. Rev Run probably, but not Big Daddy Kane.
No, I'm talking about like rhyme scheme wise, like they'll rhyme. Okay,
yeah.
Like I can't think of an exact bar, but say like Lil Herb would do eat cho flap jeep. Fleet flow scrap sheet he cho app jeep. Like they didn't do that back then. They took what they did, they paved the way, but they took it and got better.
Yo, Brian, I forgot Slick Rick was like, of course, like every black kid, I used to be a rapper in high school. And Slick Rick
too,
and Common Sense, when Common was Common Sense. They were my two main inspirations. They definitely were ridiculous. I love Slick Rick's storytelling. His storytelling,
him and Tupac storytelling. Yeah, him and Tupac storytelling are different.
Tupac as well. Like, to this day, like, it's not rivaled. It is not rivaled.
Exactly. I'm specifically not just talking about lyricism, overall storytelling and metaphors. I'm talking about pure rhyme schemes. Rhyme schemes have definitely advanced now. It's not even close to me, honestly. Like they literally took what they did and was like, we can rhyme more than that, and just started rhyming more. If you're looking for like just straight rhyming, like stuff sounds better, they are better now, especially like people in their younger age. Even French Montana in the beginning, I know it's hard to hear, but he used to go with the flip mode, liquo, crack, and then the Cisco flip those and get those back. And then I'm sorry, like they took it.
Hey, rap Devour with Chihuahua, like.
That's that Eminem stuff. That man rhymed everything with orange. I don't give no credit to that. I don't give no credit to that. I'm not vibing with that. I'm not about to allow these stretch rhymes.
Like, I'm gonna try to read it like how he rapped it, but I don't know if it's gonna sound good. Man. The BIGDADDYKANE, traumatic, Asiatic, not like many. I'm different. So don't compare me to another because they can't hang. Word to the mother. But look.
Word.
I mean, yeah, that's the 80s, but well, yo, like these rhymes are iconic.
That's what I'm saying. They paved the way, and I acknowledge their greatness, but I'm saying rhyme scheme wise, we've definitely gotten better. It's honestly not even close, man.
Children's Story, Outlaw King. Children's Story, that was the hit. Let's see who else. Redman too. Redman lyrically, anytime. Redman, anytime. Like
yeah, Redman was ridiculous. I used to love Redman.
Let's see.
Hold on. I'm gonna read some bars. Wait till I find the song. I'm gonna read some bars. I'm gonna tell you who to guess who made it. Because you're not gonna guess it. You're literally not. Because they used to rap like this. They got famous and was like, you know what? I don't care no more.
Hold
on. I got you. Hold on. We about to hold on. I gotta find
that. A lot of rappers today, like, yeah, they were much better in their mixtape era. They lyrically, of course.
Boy. French Montana is like the poster child of it. I mean, he went from being great to terrible. I can admit right now, French Montana is terrible. Like, absolute, like, I don't know what happened, but like he used to be different.
Hey, don't even play with Nick Cannon now. Get that out the chest.
I didn't even see that. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that one, boy. Nick Cannon, yes, sir. Oh, I'm gonna find the song though. Yeah, definitely interact with the chat. I gotta find the song. I'm in my playlist for the guy, and I just gotta figure out the name. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. Was it this song? No, it's not this one. Was it this one?
Joan, like Rico said, French Montana. Who else that like was really good before becoming mainstream?
Oh yeah, hold on.
Rapper that escapes me. I was like really good before becoming mainstream. Aloe Black. If anybody knows Aloe Black, he was a very good rapper. Like Aloe Black's old stuff. Like I didn't even know he was going to be an R&B singer. Like I didn't even think it was going to become big, but he was a very good rapper. Eminem, no name spelled backwards. Eminem with Aloe Black in Exile. Like if anyone knows Blue in Exile, Aloe Black in Exile, that's a fire album too. If you're talking about albums that have a theme to it, Waiting Room had a solid theme, and each song sounded different, but they were very good. I don't know if I did put you on the Waiting Room, did I?
No, I don't even think I've heard it yet. I gotta still listen to it. Let me write that down.
By Eminem. So it's no name spelled backwards. So that's how Eminem is spelled. Or just say Aloe Black Waiting Room, and then that will probably come up. But yeah, I listened to a lot of old school and underground rap, like when I was a teenager. So I knew a lot of underground artists from like the 2000s and early 2010s. But honestly, like in terms of like following on new rappers right now, I haven't been getting into it. I honestly I listen to a lot of
you gotta dive deep, bro, because there are some really good people.
I know there are.
It's hard to find them. It's hard to find them.
Me, as I'm getting older, I just don't have the patience to find them anymore. As a teenager, I used to dig, but now I don't have the patience to find them anymore. If anyone wants to refer me to like artists that are similar to the artists I mentioned that I listen to, then yeah, feel free to say that to the comments, and I definitely would give it a listen.
I definitely want to. I've always been making this point in the Xbox chat that like MF Doom is pretty fire too.
Oh, yeah,
it's so random too because he's from the UK. Do we know what he looks like yet? I did want to.
When he first started, he didn't have the mask. When he first started.
Oh, I missed that. I completely missed. I was late. I was super late.
It was his brother died that made him put that on. I think that was the story.
Oh, well, I guess I was late because I've never seen his face yet. That
was like a long time ago though. So
dang, what's that? Asher Roth rapped on one of his beats.
Oh, Asher
Roth killed it.
Asher Roth,
Asher Roth was really he was good too.
Mainstream Asher Roth was fly.
Yeah.
The Eminem comparisons were warranted.
Yeah, I used to love Asher Roth, but he rapped on that beat and it was so great. But then I found out it was an MF Doom beat. Went to listen to the MF Doom version, it was even better. I was like, come on now.
Yo, MF Doom is one of the most underrated rappers ever.
Bruh, he's like the underground king. Like everybody that listens to underground music knows who he is, but anybody else he doesn't exist. He literally just doesn't exist.
Speaking of underground kings, anybody in the comments know about Blue? Yo, Blue is like BLU.
You can try. You can try.
No, you can try. No one here knows about Blue. Blue in Exile.
You can try.
Below the Heavens was also that album had a great theme to it, and lyrically was amazing. Like that album is literally one of the best rap albums ever. To me, and I feel like if everybody listened to it, that could be almost consensus. One of the best rap albums ever, and that's what put him on the map. The problem with Blue is he just never really followed that album up, but so he always stayed underground. But that was like the best rap album ever, like not best rap album ever, but one of the best rap albums ever.
Yeah, that whole Blue situation is wild. That whole thing is
Black Sheep. I dig into Little Black Sheep. I haven't listened to their catalog yet. Currency, well, is he underground? He's like semi.
Technically, I mean,
he's semi underground, but everybody knows who he is.
Currency was cool. I mean, I liked him. He was chill. He wasn't like, I wouldn't call him a lyricist, but he had nice songs and stuff. I loved it when him and Wiz Khalifa paired up and stuff like that. But I wouldn't call him a super lyricist. He was not Lupe and Nas and them, but he was nice. He wasn't like a mumble rapper at all.
I never really got into his catalog, so I can't really judge Currency. The thing is, there's so many rappers, so even if there's like rappers that everybody knows, like sometimes they're just not going to get into the catalog.
Well, you're not going to know them all. Yeah, you're not going to know them all. Yeah, there's no way, because I still haven't gotten to a lot of people's catalogs I've been meaning to, but I haven't. But I do want to acknowledge like how there's certain people that like younger generations will never appreciate because they started a style and then people took that style and basically worked on it to advance it and make it a little bit better. And now it's hard to go back and listen to that person because everything you listen to now sounds like that person, but just a little bit more advanced.
Because I go back to late 90s rap and I just wish like, oh man, can they
just I'm saying the younger generation, like the younger generation is never going to appreciate Wayne because before Wayne, that whole rap style of like those certain type of metaphors and brag rap, like before him, we literally just didn't have it to that level. The way it was like, it was more humorous. He turned it a little bit more funny and stuff like that. And it was more bragtastic and like more, you know, brighter metaphors, funnier metaphors.
I mean, as a kid, I came to appreciate the like early 90s rap, the Tribe Called Quest. I wasn't born back then, or I was just a baby. So I never really I wasn't really influenced by it, but I came to appreciate that. And I started liking that better than the music I had during my generation. Oh yeah, shouts out to leaders of the new school. That's where Busta Rhymes made his made his start.
I think it's different for our generation than the generation after us too, because hip hop was still more of like a movement and like a culture. Now it's mostly just music, and music is everywhere. So it's no reason. And then there's a new rapper every day. So they don't have unless they really, really want to, like Lyric does, where he's like literally like, all right, let me go back and listen to some older people like purposely, even though I've never heard of them. You're not going to hear the old guy. Oh, yeah, that too. Lyric,
so it's like his job to like listen to all that.
Yeah, exactly. But like
genres as well. That's for inspiration.
It was easier for our generation to stumble upon 90s, 80s stuff than it is for this current generation to stumble upon like Wayne and them, because it's just like, because also we changed the sound. Like 80s and 90s doesn't sound like early 2000s. Like we changed it, but now since like Wayne and them, music has pretty much been stuck. I mean, we've advanced sounds a little bit, but like people feel like, why would I go listen to this older guy when I can just listen to the younger guy type of thing? So they're never going to appreciate Wayne, because even though Wayne brought something that everybody steals from nowadays, they're just like, why even go back and listen to him when I can listen to somebody else do it that's younger, that's still coming out with music and stuff like that. So that it's harder for, and same thing, I feel Cudi is the same way with song making and like as far as beat selection and like the way people sing on beats when they rap and stuff. He started a lot of those sounds, and now that everybody's doing it, it's hard for people to really go back and listen to Cudi if you haven't already, because you're not going to really appreciate how unique that was for that time period. Like before Kid Cudi came out, music just didn't sound like that. But now music generally sounds like that. So it's hard to go back and appreciate it because you weren't there to hear music before he existed, type of thing. Same thing with Lil Wayne with rhyme styles and metaphors and stuff. Before him, music didn't sound like that. Now all music generally sounds like that. So it's hard to really go back and listen to what Lil Wayne did and be like, oh yeah, this is crazy. This is mind blowing. I've never heard this before, because they've heard it all the time, because now everybody sounds like baby Lil Wayne's basically.
I remember there was a period where a lot of rappers would make a song about rap and relating rap to a girl, like a love song about rap. So I always wondered, like, how did that originate? And then I found out Common Sense was the first one to do it, and then everybody else like followed him after them. I used to love her. I used to love Her. Then everybody went after him. Then everybody did the Stan thing with Eminem, with the Obsessed fan. Yeah, K-pop is heavily influenced by 90s rap. I believe. I don't listen to K-pop as much, but just
K-pop,
like
everything, even Japanese music. They're literally their music right now, today. They'll come out with an album and it's literally gonna sound like TLC. It literally sounds like TLC in Japanese.
Mo definitely put me on some Japanese rap. Like it sounds fire. I do not understand what they're saying, but it sounds fire. Like the beats are definitely 90 inspired. Like,
bruh, literally Nujabes is literally like Nas in that era, in Big L and type stuff like that, but it's just an Asian talk. And their singers literally sound like TLC and old Beyonce and stuff. But it's just Japanese singing on it. It's literally
I need 90s to that wave. Yo, yeah, like there's like this one song Mo got me into. Like I forgot what that song is called. I don't think I can even say the name because it's in Japanese letters. But it had a Master Ace type beat to it. No, it was definitely sampled by a Master Ace song by Terror. If anyone knows about Master Ace, the song Terror, it was sampled by that. And they were just flowing to it. It definitely had like that late 90s flow. I loved it.
Yeah, bruh. I'm telling you, if you haven't gone back and listened to Nujabes, you would literally just go in a time capsule back to 90s New York. They're just like more calm. It's a bunch of fabulouses. It's literally just a bunch of because they rap super plain and calm, but the beats are beautiful. Literally 90s boom back at his best.
Dude, too. He used to rap so slow, but he was that dude.
Exactly, bro.
I remember the song Tit for Tat. I forgot what game that Tit for Tat was on. I think it was on Fight Night. I forgot. But when Tit for Tat used to come on, I just love that song.
Yeah, man.
It was on NFL Street or Fight Night.
It was on Fight Night. It wasn't on NFL Street.
Yeah, it was on Fight Night. Okay.
It was on Fight Night, yeah. It is hard to get it's hard. You get those soundtracks mixed up all the time. Like that early Madden era, NFL Street, NBA Ballers, Fight Night, all of those soundtracks, you kind of be like, which song? I know that song came from one of them. I just don't know which one.
So pass on the stunner to go with the fronter. If you want to do the kick it with and go with the punter. I love that line.
Joseph asked, who do y'all think won the Snoop versus DMX battle? That's really hard because again, I grew up. I always idolize West Coast culture. I've always been the smooth, pretty boy type of guy, so that's why I always like West Coast. Their songs were smoother. They didn't have the best lyricists. New York was killing California lyricism wise, but I just like their songs more. I like the bounce. I like the beats. I just like the whole personality behind it and everything. The whole flavor behind it. So I might have been a little. You say what?
What was the question?
Oh, who won between the Snoop and DMX battle? You've been watching the battles on Instagram when they go hit for hit. The Snoop Dogg one and DMX might have been the best one. It was super underrated. I was actually tuning in. It was pretty fire. I love DMX.
Snoop Dogg's a better rapper, but DMX got like some big hits. But honestly, I haven't gone to DMX's catalog. My brother was a huge DMX fan, but I haven't gone to DMX's catalog.
Again, I love his style and I love his raps. I just don't love a lot of his beats. Like a lot of his best raps are on beats I hate. I just wish I could take DMX vocals and add them to a different beat, and I would love them even more.
I like DMX, but just like the way of rapping, I just don't know if I could listen to like a full album from him because I feel like I'll get like jaded from hearing that style. But
I love the style. I hate the beats. That's the reason I can't listen to a whole album straight through. His beats will just be like, what is going on?
Maybe it's the beats.
It's the beats, bro. Bro, you can take DMX vocals and add them to a better beat. I'm telling you, it will sound way better because I love his style.
The Jay-Z song with DMX, Money Cash HOES. I don't know if we can say that on YouTube. I love that.
But he's just so different. I appreciate different. Different. Like if you come up with a new flow, that's why I used to love that old Chicago era, like 2011, 2015, because a new Chicago rapper will come out with a different flow like every month, every year. as far as like, even as much as I love Atlanta, a lot of people were sounding the same. And then a lot of people that want to sound like Atlanta sounded like Atlanta. So everybody sounded the same. So I really appreciate people that come with like a different style, a different flow. So I love DMX. And I do like Swiss beats, but some of those beats, bro, oh my Lord.
To JoJo's comment, I think actually Snoop Dogg's a very underrated lyricist. And I think it's just because Snoop Dogg is still rapping today, and Snoop Dogg, I don't count current Snoop Dogg at all. Like, this is just, he's just cash grabbing, he's just making money. I'm talking about early 90s Snoop Dogg is underrated. I think lyrically he was very good. It was just that he had this like a different type of flow, but lyrically and creatively.
I feel like
creatively than lyrically, but lyrically, I think he was better than DMX. Lyrically,
I would say between DMX and Snoop Dogg, I feel like the lyricism, if I had to like give it a number, it would be very close. I feel like Snoop Dogg is a little bit more, I would say, like crafty and like overall flows and rhyme schemes, maybe I don't know, but DMX rhyme schemes are crazy too. I feel like I give DMX the edge as far as wittiness.
Doggy Style is an all-time classic as well.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but I feel like DMX, like if you're just isolating the rapper from the beat, I feel like he's a little bit more witty, funnier. He has better punchlines. But I like Snoop Dogg. I like his, I don't know, I guess his delivery, like I don't know. I've always been West Coast biased. I like the smoother guys.
Snoop Dogg's Lottie Dottie, like, to me,
yeah,
that showed how lyrically it could be for me. Lottie Dottie. And the way Snoop Dogg can tell the story as well is also amazing.
Snoop Dogg was definitely, the way he worded stuff was great. I just feel like DMX was better punchlines. Like he had more memorable, like that was funny. Like that's a caption to a picture type of thing. DMX had better like captions. Like if you want to put under a picture like a one-liner, like a punchline. DMX was better at that. And I just liked his style, how aggressive and different it was. But then Snoop Dogg definitely, he was super creative. He definitely is underrated lyrically because because I mean, once you're so great song-wise, people are not going to appreciate your lyrics because they're paying more attention to the style you bring, the songs you create, and the sound of it. And people kind of ignore your lyrics. So that's why Snoop Dogg goes a little underrated lyrically. Plus, like you said, older Snoop Dogg.
We got to talk about Snoop Dogg. We got to talk about the one he was inspired by, the DOC. Now, the DOC, if he didn't get into that car accident, he probably would have been what Snoop Dogg is right now. But car accident messed up his voice box, so he couldn't really rap anymore.
That is so unfortunate. Just like Nujabes, I think he got in a car accident and like died. So that like their main beat maker died because of a car accident. So yeah, we've definitely lost some great potential musicians and rappers just off of random stuff like that. That is crazy.
We got a earlier comment that says we listen to rock by Jazim. Yeah, I do. And honestly, there was a point in time where I listened to rock more than rap. Like in high school, I definitely delved into the emo rock wave. Like, to be honest, like I'm gonna be honest with you. I
don't listen to current rock.
What you about to say?
Oh, so sorry to cut you off. I don't really listen to current rock, but I'm super stuck in my early 2000s rock, like Newfound Glory, Fall Out Boy, all those type of guys. I'm super stuck on that. Like that's super in AFI and all of that type of stuff. I'm super stuck on all of them. I'm stuck on all of that. I don't listen to new rock, but I listen to them over and over again.
I definitely don't listen to new rock. I listen, to Fall Out Boy, AFI, Academy is Paramore before Poppy. Before Fall Out Boy became poppy as well. Panic at the Disco. Like honestly, for some reason, I was just on that wave. I think it was just my emotions during that time. Like I was just on that wave.
I can admit that Madden got me started. Madden and NFL Street soundtracks and stuff like that. You get introduced to it, and you're like, "What is this?" I mean, we got rap, and that's great too. But this is something a little different. And then that's when I started diving into rock because of the early soundtrack. Madden. The Mad Menu screens, boy.
Like Hawthorne Heights, I used to love them. My Chemical Romance.
Acceptance was great. I don't know about Rat-a-Tat. Does Rat-a-Tat count? Because they're like alternative and stuff. That's kind of like, it's getting a little away from rock, kind of. But I love Rat-a-Tat.
Right now, listen to more alternative or indie, chill wave, or electronic. Like I listen to
chill wave.
Wild Nothing, Matt Damona. Who else I listen to? I listen to Naked and Famous. I listen to a lot of artists probably never heard of, honestly. But
yeah, I listen to more instrumentals than things with words. I'm not gonna lie.
Say what?
So I listen to a lot of like I super just will listen to chill hop and chill wave. It don't most of it doesn't even have words on it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like it just be just chill beats, experimental alternative beats. I just be chilling.
So the type of music I listen to, like it has words, but the words kind of blend in with the instrumental, and that's what I like. Like the words kind of like just blend in.
Mm.
Like it just has its own melody to itself. And remember Frankie Rose?
Oh, da, 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 that old like 70s kind of rock sound alternative.
Like that old, like it has kind of like an old like classic style to it, but it's made by current artists. That's type of style I listen to.
Just like what's his face had that modern disco when we were in high school. Dang, I can't remember that. I can see them. It's two guys. I can't remember their name right now.
I know you're talking about. You're talking about
Don't turn the lights off. What's that?
Yeah, Chromeo.
Thank you, Chromeo. Thank you. Like stuff like that. Or even what's your group that you love that I was a little bit later to, but I love them also. The guy with the weird voice, he has a really unique voice. Passion Pit. Thank you. Passion Pit. I love Passion Pit. I still listen to Passion Pit. I don't go a week without at least listening to one Passion Pit song. I love the alternative music. Also, I'm heavy into reggae, dancehall, and soca and stuff. That's usually what I'm listening to when I'm just chilling and not thinking. It's either chill wave and chill hop and all of that type of stuff, instrumentals or the vocals, or sometimes, like you said, in the background, or I'm listening to dancehall, soca, and all of that type of stuff. Me personally, that's what I do.
I like Matt and Kim as well. I like Matt and Kim from Just Seeing My Comments.
AM Hunter is talking about Benny the Butcher Conway. Yeah, those are dope. All of them are from Buffalo, right? They're really fine too. I like them also. Larry put me on to them.
We're just even sending comments. Hip hop get a little stale with the same sounding sounds. That's why. Yeah, that's why I also transitioned to like different genres. And also, like if I'm feeling some type of emotion, which I know a hip hop song can't really give me, I don't really listen to R&B like that. I just go to the different genre that blends in with my emotions.
Yeah, honestly,
that's how I'm feeling. Depends what genre I'm listening to.
Honestly, I'm flattered that everybody, like 80% of the world, wants to sound like Atlanta, but it is annoying that everybody sounds the same. Auto-tune, trap beats, using the same lingo, calling police 12, saying no cap, calling weed gas. It's just like, I mean, Lord have mercy. When I listen to a Philly rapper, a New York rapper, I want to hear that style of music. And that's why I appreciate Detroit and Cali so much, and Louisiana, because they all have their own sounds. When I listen to Detroit, I know it's not going to sound like Lil Baby, Young Thug, or Future. When I listen to the West Coast, I know, like modern times, like to this day, like somebody 16 coming up is going to make music that sounds like West Coast. They don't rap, except for Roddy Ricch. Roddy Ricch is just a little different, and he's fine, but you know, he sounds like Atlanta, like to the T. So I really appreciate West Coast and the Midwest, especially Detroit, doing their thing. I appreciate Louisiana for having their own style of beats and flows. Florida has their own little thing. I'm always gonna shout out. People don't give Memphis enough credit for not only helping create the Atlanta trap sound that we have now. We kind of created it together. But then they also have their own slight spin on it, where they have their own different flows, their own different style of beats. So shouts out to Memphis also. I can respect Memphis. And then New York technically has their own sounds, but they don't use it. They want to sound like Chicago. They want to sound like Atlanta. And now they want to sound like the UK with Pop Smoke and Fabio Foreign. That's all UK sounds. They made their own flows.
How you feel A$AP Rocky then? A$AP Rocky, at least in the beginning.
He was straight Houston.
Yeah,
he was straight Houston.
I don't think he sounds like a rapper anymore.
I mean, now he's more alternative and like random. You never know what you're gonna get with A$AP Rocky, especially since he's been with Tyler the Creator, who I really appreciate. I love the fact that Tyler the Creator took that Pharrell and Quincy Jones sound and expanded on it. But that's just a whole nother discussion. But yeah, A$AP Rocky in the beginning was,
That's a Cali sound now, like an alternative rap. That's basically what Cali.
Because Toro Moy is from South Carolina, but I think he moved to Cali and started doing stuff like that. So all that neo soul.
By that, Rappers
all
got
that electronic neo soul like Omari and stuff like that. That's all Cali. Yeah, Tyler the Creator, Toro Moy, all of that stuff it's beautiful out there. They have some overdose. Overdose is super slept on. I don't know what happened.
As a rapper,
you said what happened?
So what does Tori Moy count? Like, what genre does it count as to you? Electronic?
Alternative, bro.
Yeah.
When in doubt, the when in doubt button is alternative. If you don't know, alternative. Kid Cudi, alternative. He has some rap songs, but generally alternative. I don't even hurt myself with it anymore. I don't even hurt myself, honestly.
Yeah,
what about the Houston sound? Houston doesn't really use it anymore, but they did invent chopped and screwed. I personally don't like chopped and screwed, but I do gotta respect it. But I personally don't like it. So that's why
I like Paul Wall for one point in time when he came out.
But yeah. That whole movement was pretty with the grills and all of that, that was pretty dope. That was like middle school.
Sideways.
Yeah, that was like middle school for me. That was pretty fun. That was at the same time Atlanta started the lean with it, rock with it, Laffy Taffy wave and all of that. So it was all of that happening at the same time.
Can anyone show me a song where Paul Wall isn't rapping about cars? I still can't find one to this day where he's not.
Can you find 80%? 80% of Houston rappers, bruh, they ruined Drive Slow with Kanye and T.I. They use car metaphors to talk about life. Then here comes the Houston rappers. They're actually talking about cars and sitting on fofos. Yes, I think it's Paul Wall and who is it, GLC or something like that. They literally just ruined the song in the middle.
I don't know. I think it was Paul Wall.
No, it was Paul, bro. It's somebody else with a deep. But hold on.
Yeah, there was someone else in the Paul Wall.
Bro, it's Kanye, T.I. Yes, Paul Wall and GLC. They can't. Kanye coming with car metaphors, talking about life lessons, growing up in Chicago. Then out of nowhere, Paul Wall, GLC, literally talking about their cars, and then T.I. come back with the metaphors and talking about life. Using car metaphors, street metaphors, road to life, stuff like that. You just had the Houston rapper in the middle. Just
didn't actually know what Kanye's verse was going to be, and it was like, okay, Kanye's going to make a song called "Drive Slow." I want you to put a verse on it. It's like he didn't know what Kanye's verse was going to be. It had to be because it did not fit.
Why did T.I. know? Did Kanye send a memo to T.I. but didn't send one to Paul Wall and GLC? Or they just that stuff on talking about cars?
Because T.I. was in the original one.
Oh yeah, no, in the remix, T.I. is just like Kanye is using cars as a metaphor for life lessons. But then you have Paul Wall and GLC in the middle, not talking about nothing but cars.
That's not.
I hate
it. We must talk about cars.
We got to. Oh yeah, shout out Ahim. Oh yeah, of course, Go-Go. That's easy, but I don't even really consider Go-Go rap because that's just such a great live performance that I don't really. I mean, it technically is, but it blends a lot of genres. So that's the only reason I don't really like include when I'm talking about like different rap styles. But Go-Go definitely has his own sound easily. I wish y'all would be more on that rather than I forgot. It's somebody that people are promoting out of there. Out of the DMV that sounds literally like Atlanta. I forgot. I mean, it's several of them, but it was somebody. His name starts with a Q or something. I'm like, bro, this is he literally sounds like he's from Cleveland. I can't support that. But then I can't do that for any city. Anybody in New York that sounds like Atlanta, anybody in Cali that sounds like Atlanta, I can't do it. Me personally, if I want to hear Atlanta music, I'm listening to Atlanta do it. We usually do it better anyway. If I'm listening to another city, I want to hear that city's music, honestly. Me personally, if I want to listen to Philly, I want to listen to Freeway type of stuff or Gilly the Kid, the old Gilly the Kid type of stuff. Listening in New York, I either want to hear Nas, the old boom bap like Joey Badass, or I want to hear the Young M.A. Casanova that's more of like they do the Harlem Shake Get Like music, where it's kind of trappy, but it's clearly separate from Atlanta. Like it's clearly its own thing. And then I can do the drill with but even though they took Chicago and UK and put it together and made, it's not their own sound, but I can do Pop Smoke and Fabio Foreign because at least it's something different. It's something kind of new. It's not New York style and it's New York people on it, but at least it's different from everywhere else. And I'm not about to listen to UK rappers rap on those beats because I love it I love Stormzy. I love Mostock. I love Dave. I love all of those guys when they make that style of music, like the more grime and the more poppy. But like the drill beats, I'm honestly, as a preference, I prefer to hear New York people and Chicago people and the drill beats than the UK people, even though they did invent that sound that Pop Smoke took advantage of. But I can't listen to bump the dunk to the bump when the beats on my dum dum. Like it just sounds weird on those beats. I love, it's not the accent, because again, I love Mostak is one of my top 10 rappers right now, period. I love Mostak, I love Stormzy, I love Dave, I love J Hus, I love all of those guys. But I don't know why on those drill beats I just can't take it seriously with the accent. It just doesn't sound scary. I can't do it. And Meek Mill, he sometimes sounds like Philly. A lot of times he sounds like generally what rap sounds like now, which is Atlanta-ish. But I do respect Meek Mill. And Meek Mill is another person I acknowledge how great he is, but I personally don't listen to him. I've never just been like, Meek Mill came out with a mixtape, I gotta go listen to it. Never in my life. I don't know why. I acknowledge he's great. I've heard some songs he's on, and he has the best verse, but I've never just gone out of my way to go listen to Meek Mill.
Honestly, I feel like Meek Mill would be a rapper I actually like, but I just never really went on my way to listen to him.
It feels like I don't have the time with all the different genres I listen to. I've just never gone back to listen to Meek Mill.
Or Madden, like I like. So I know if I would actually go into his catalog, I probably would like it too, but I don't know. I'm just gonna get
angry toddler. And appreciate that, Money. I mean,
I don't know if I want to go through a full album of him just yelling with that high pitch.
But he's fine. Like whenever he's on a feature, he normally has the best verse on it. But it's just like I'm not about to go listen to a whole Meek Mill album. I just can't do it. Me personally, can't do it. Plus, most of the time he's rapping on those, Atlanta, down south type of style beats, the super heavy trap that like Rick Ross like used as a sound type of thing. And I mean, he kills it. But again, I prefer to hear a Southern person rap on it. Me personally, I'm just particular like that. That's just how I am. That's why I really respect Louisiana for having their own sound, bro. Like really sticking with it. It's the Manny Fresh style, and they just took it and kept going with the NBA YoungBoy uses it 90-something% of the time. He occasionally gets on an Atlanta beat, but he'll go right back to his Louisiana sound, and they kind of advanced it and made it a little bit better. So I really respect that. All of them have that like wow, wow, wow. I don't even know how to describe the instruments they use, but it's like you can tell a Louisiana beat from the first 5 seconds is on, and I really respect that. I like the fact that cities have their own style. And that's what makes me so disappointed in New York. Because like I said earlier, they have like 3 styles they can use, but they still prefer to use Atlanta, Chicago, or UK sounding songs to make their hits. And like I can't be mad at them.
The city doesn't have their identity anymore either. Well, at least the general identity. They're losing its identity. Same with rap. Same with with basketball. They've been like New York just loses their identity with everything right now.
Yeah, literally. Because you have Dave East, Jay Critch, Casanova, Young and May that raps on the more modern New York beats. That's more like Get Light beats, where it's kind of trappy, but it's clearly New York. Like it has a whole different pattern. Same thing with Chinx Drugs while he was alive, used to rap on those beats. Don Q occasionally does. He's really lyrical. If you haven't listened to Don Q, that's one of those people that's just like, you gotta check him out. He's super lyrical. And that's a good example of what I mean. Rhyme scheme getting better over the years. We wouldn't have a Don Q without Notorious B.I.G., but like they weren't rhyming like how Don Q does now back then. But yeah, they have their own.
I gotta go through some lyrics then. Let's see.
I'm telling you, they don't rhyme like that. I've literally gone and compared people. I acknowledge the fact that we wouldn't have a Don Q without a Notorious B.I.G., but Don Q, especially rhyme scheme wise, easily is better than Notorious B.I.G. Maybe not overall lyricism, if you want to say that, but rhyme scheme is different. People listen to what they did, say, okay, bet y'all taught me how to do this. I'm gonna take it further, just like Notorious B.I.G. did with the people before him. It just gets better and better. Fetty Wap, I don't know what happened with him. He was literally an Atlanta rapper from Jersey. Even though I can't help it, Trap Queen was catchy. I can't even lie. And that whole singing thing he did, I guess his voice makes it unique, but his overall style was literally Atlanta. I like 2 Chainz plays around. He'll have a song where he tries, then he'll have a song where he doesn't care at all. Like 2 Chainz is weird to me. I respect him though. That's an Atlanta, it's hard for me to say great, but he has contributed a lot. If we're just talking about as far as like putting rappers on and helping people, 2 Chainz has had a big impact. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to just be like, oh, a 2 Chainz mixtape. Let me go listen to that. I've never ever done that. I don't think I've ever completed a 2 Chainz.
Even with the City Boy, I did never done that.
Yeah, are you talking about way back the Duffel Bag Boy days?
Even when he was there, I never done that.
Yeah, I've never just been looking for it. I'm not gonna lie. I respect him. I love everything he's done. But you know what I'm saying? Musically, again, he's extremely inconsistent. He'll really care one verse and then not care at all the next verse. Or even just in the middle of a verse, he'll rhyme a lot and then just somewhere it just falls off and he doesn't get it back. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I hate when people do that. I prefer for you to just be terrible the whole way through so I don't get excited. I hate it. I hate when people drop their rhyme schemes. Even like Lil Baby and Gunna, they'll do something where they're like something to something to rap in the hat, something to chap in the flap, something to grab in the hat, something to shap. I'm like, wait, why? You could have easily have found another syllable to make it flow perfectly with the rest of it. I hate when they drop it. I can't stand that. It's like really, it like makes me cringe when they just drop it on the fourth line of the bar. I can't stand it. Oh, Wiz was the man. Oh yeah, bro. Bro, hold on. Oh yeah, just let y'all know it was Wiz. What did he say? Where did he say? Dang, where was it at, bro? That boy Wiz wasn't playing with him, bro. He said, keep a good stack, could Mac your lady, 19 years old, not one cat to play me. Heard otherwise, trust you crazy, swag on also, and then cuss. Okay. They say the flow cocky, maybe I just fall back. Hating because they not me, I say the hell with all that. I'm in this game to get my ones up. Beats on beats, trying to teach you dumb F word. Think S word sweet, just because he's a young buck. I spit heat, Wiz eat you chumps up. Like, bro, I'm telling you, Seyi, I'm telling you, they didn't used to do that.
I know about old Wiz.
bro, different. That money get to you and you figure, hey, why spend 2 hours rapping that well and writing my raps? So I can just freestyle on a nice beat. Yeah, just freestyle on a nice beat and make even more money because now it's getting played in the club. I can't be mad at it. But French Montana and Wiz Khalifa are poster childs of just famous.
I still can't believe I still got in French Montana.
Bro, you want me to tell you? Hold on.
Yeah.
Just around the corner, bro.
What was that one song by French Montana again that you used to play?
I don't, bruh. Evan put me on, so even back at St. John's, I wasn't deep into French Montana, so it could have only been a select few songs.
Yeah, it was like one song you played that, like, I never really liked French Montana, but that one song was good.
Dang, where is it? Man, this is not the right song. That's not the right Death Around the Corner.
And then Big Sean too. Big Sean's wordplay was crazy.
Oh yeah, Big Sean punchline wise. Oh my lord, back then he was my favorite rapper for like a strong 5 months before the album was great. But once he came out with the A word song, I was like, yeah, he's dead to me. He's dead to me. But before that, the Finally Famous, where he still had the huge jacket on with the green thing.
A word song. I just got what you meant by that.
I hate when lyricists make club songs, bro. They like dye my eyes after that, bro. I mean, you can even tell with J. Cole, he made the I Let Nas Down song because he knew, even though that song was good, the song that he was apologizing about was actually good. Unlike Big Sean's A word song.
The album he had before that was like very poppy, and I was like to myself, like, J. Cole had so much potential off the Star Is Born. I thought he was going to be the second coming, and then he did that. So yeah, he like, no.
You gotta make your radio hits, man.
Was it the Sideline Story or something? I forgot what it was.
Hold on, I gotta find this song. I'm looking up the lyrics and nobody has it. Okay, hold on. He said French Montana said something about your man's a stoop like Frank Purdue, you bird, and he said something like, I said French got him hots. Simp stop something. French got pounds, got ripped like rounds. And he said, I'm trying to tell him French is back. Homie, this flow, Cisco, liquid crack. Homie, flip those stip rolls and get them back. Something like that. That's how French Montana used to rap. But then he was just like, you know what? Hey, man, I can just go ahead and make a hit in 10 minutes and get even more money from it. Why do that? You know, type of thing. So French Montana and Wiz Khalifa are the poster child.
Probably going to see something like Lil Yachty, like we go to main underground Lil Yachty, and it turns out he was actually a lyrical rapper or something.
I appreciate people like Polo G that are, stand with it at least somewhat. Polo G cares. He's one of those people that does care, and he still rhymes. He's not as great as he used to be. Same thing with Lil Herb. Like, Lil Herb, when he was hungry and still in Chicago, is way better than what he is now.
Even though Kendrick Lamar is still lyrical, you can say the same about him. Like he's not like the Kendrick Lamar underground, because underground Kendrick Lamar was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like To Pimp a Butterfly was technically better lyricism wise, but you can tell it's like a different type of hunger when they're broke.
It was becoming more mainstream.
Yeah, it
was the album after To Pimp a Butterfly, which is what I was saying. Like,
yeah,
I Want to Be With You song. I forgot what. Like, yeah, that's the song you never think Kendrick Lamar would make.
Yeah, ever. Yeah, I mean, hey, man. I guess they just get fatigued. I don't know. That's why I appreciate the people stay free.
It's the money.
Yeah.
They don't need to be spending hours rapping anymore. Like, they're making money.
Exactly. And Fetty Wap is so random. Ty Dolla $ign is quite random. He just sings. Is he? I didn't even know he was supposed to be lyrical.
He's an occasional rapper. I haven't really dug into his catalog though.
Boy, me neither. And I listen to all those West Coast guys. Like what's Buddy with the big head that's light skinned? I can never remember his name. But I love West Coast. Again, I appreciate the fact that they have their own sound and they stick to it and they don't want to sound like us. So I tend to listen to a lot of West Coast stuff, even just like the Bay, like Yada and SOB and all of them. I just appreciate the fact that they have they stick to the West Coast sound. Kendrick shows no fear of creativity. That's why I respect artists like him. Yeah, he'll definitely try some stuff. Again, To Pimp a Butterfly, I would say is better than Good Kid, Mad City as far as skill, effort, creativity, design, beat production, themes. But just sonically, I prefer to listen to Section 80 or Good Kid, Mad City over and over again.
Songs, like if you want to count overall, To Pimp a Butterfly is better, but just in terms of like individual songs, like hits, songs like Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City are better.
Yeah, Art of Peer Pressure still might be my favorite Kendrick Lamar song. That first 30 seconds is probably the highlight of his career for me, honestly, just sonically. I love the old West Coast vibe. Did you see that Netflix show where they had the people competing where it was T.I., Cardi B, and Chance the Rapper? If you haven't seen that, you got to go see it. But that's like the best thing Netflix has ever done. Especially, that's the best reality TV thing I've seen in years.
So wait,
it's like a rap show, and it's really great. Is it the Rap Flow? Rap Flow.
I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
What is it? Oh, Rhythm and Flow. Please go watch the whole thing. That's a really good show. Like the last 4 guys are crazy, especially. But yeah, just I don't want to spoil anything, but D Nice kind of like when he did his thing, he kind of went back to like an old school West Coast sound. And that's what I appreciated Kendrick doing on Good Kid, Mad City a lot, especially with Art of Peer Pressure. That old school West Coast sound that he had in that first 30 seconds is my favorite. That's like the highlight for me. I love that song so much. Universally, Good Kid, City Man goes harder, but as a black man, To Pimp a Butterfly is harder for me. Exactly. Like it's just creativity wise. Like if you're breaking down music as a critic, To Pimp a Butterfly is definitely better. But sonically, again, I would prefer to listen to Good Kid, Mad City and Section 80 over and over again. Me personally, it just sounds like you said. It just hit for hit. It just sounds better. Like songs stand alone from those songs. Pimp a Butterfly songs don't necessarily stand apart. They're just a great collective type of thing. Yeah, they're just a great collective type of thing.
Best female rapper of all time. Ooh, let's see.
I don't know, man.
First that comes to mind is MC Lyte, but honestly, I feel like if Lauryn Hill would have.
Lauryn Hill, man.
Before, I would say Lauryn Hill.
She did one album, right?
Queen Latifah is also an honorable mention as well. Yeah,
you have
2 albums. She had 2 albums.
New school people too. That's pretty good too. Like No Name and stuff. Even though she was tripping with the J. Cole thing.
No Name is legit, but I mean she's still kind of newer, so I don't want to just put her
crown her. Yeah. No, Lauryn Hill potential was ridiculous. I agree wholeheartedly. Lauryn Hill, she hated. She that was a super fold to stop where she stopped.
No, not Left Eye. Like Left Eye as a group with TLC was good, but compared to Lauryn Hill and MC Lyte lyrically, not.
Lauryn Hill was different. I've never went back to really dive into MC Lyte. I've heard some stuff and I acknowledge she's fine, but Lauryn Hill, I've actually like sat down and listened to like the whole album just again and again. And yeah, Lauryn Hill is different, bro. Lauryn Hill was definitely different.
Yeah, and Queen Latifah is also an honorable mention. She was a very good rapper too, but I don't think she did it too well.
Yeah, she didn't. I mean, I love the what's the album I have by her? There's like 5 songs I listen to. It's in I have like a playlist in my iTunes of all my favorite songs of all time. And it has 1,203 songs, and Queen Latifah, that one album has like 5 of them in here. I just can't remember the album.
Was it called Another Day?
Let me see, but let me type it in.
Just Another Day in My Neighborhood.
Oh yeah, Just Another Day was definitely on it. That's one of the songs, and a lot of people sampled that too. Let me see. Just Another Day. Hold on.
Hill, you got Lost Ones. You got just Fugees too. Like if you just want to just count the Fugees too, lyrically Lauryn Hill.
Oh yeah, the Fugees, yeah, bro.
The best rapper of that group.
Super sampled group too. People sampled them. They sample older people, and then people sample their samples countless times.
Yeah, and honestly, you could argue they make it better.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Fugees did that. The Fugees super did that.
I even want to go back the album before Killing Me Softly. I forgot its name, but I think it was just called the Fugees. And
you talking about where they had all the skits in the middle?
Yeah.
That's the one with all the skits. Yeah, that one was funny. They had that. I think that was the one with the karate skit.
Oh, there, like Lauryn Hill, like, oh yeah, Rhapsody. Oh yeah, Rhapsody too. Rhapsody, Jean Grey as well. Oh, there's so many women. You probably got this one. You gotta look it up.
The Queen Latifah album is Black Rain. That's my favorite album. That album is ridiculous for me. Yeah, REIGN. I love so many songs from that album. That song has so many classics on there for me.
Eve, I don't know. I think Eve had a ghostwriter though. I don't remember. I know Lil' Kim had a ghostwriter.
Yeah, I don't know. I knew Eve had energy, but I don't remember her lyricism, to be honest. I haven't listened to Eve since I've been grown.
Probably had a ghostwriter, but that could have just been Lil' Kim. The relationship with Wyclef was definitely her falling back. Yeah, that's true. And then and then her having a baby.
Yeah. You gotta check out Rhythm and Flow. That's the best thing reality TV has ever done. It easily top 10. Like it's a great show. Because not only are they rapping, they have to make songs. There's a certain point where they have to start doing their own like music videos. Like you have to design your stage set and all of that type of stuff. Like they literally make you do everything. It's not just getting in the studio and rapping. Like it's certain themes they have to attack. They even have a cipher at one point where people got a battle rap, and even though I disagree with the results, they kind of hated on some people. But the show is great, and like the finale is ridiculous. It's literally one of the best things I've seen all the past 2 years, including anime I've watched. Like you got, bro, please watch Rhythm and Flow before you even listen to the YBN Corday album. It's that great, bro. It was ridiculous.
Want to check it out? Big definitely wrote for Lil' Kim. Yeah, back in the late 90s, you had female versions of male rappers. I think it was just to add sex appeal. So yeah, Big wrote for Lil' Kim. Nas had Foxy Brown. I think Nas wrote for Foxy Brown. Mm-hmm. So you had like the female version of the male rapper. They'll sound just like them, but just female.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Remy Ma was fine too. Remy Ma and Papoose are a dope couple. They're both lyricists.
I like that, so I can't judge.
She's like almost as good as Papoose, and Papoose is really good. But no, she's good though. She's fine. Papoose is just a little bit more lyrical. But no, Remy Ma does her thing though. Let me see. Carol Baskins. I don't know. I didn't finish that. I was watching it with.
I feel like it's just getting. I don't know. I just feel like that show got too played out. But I mean, I think she did. But
yeah, it became we don't know. It became super viral.
Yeah,
and that did make me not care as much once it got too.
Exactly. Like I watched it, I was interested, but then when everybody just kept talking about it, like people are putting that like as controversial subjects. It was just like, yeah, I don't know if I care to talk about it. It's like the August Alsina Will Smith thing. Like I really don't care. Like I don't care about something.
I literally don't care. Yeah, I'm super. If y'all don't know me by now, y'all should know I don't care at all about none of that stuff.
I don't care about someone else's life. Erykah Badu, she's not a rapper. She's
Yeah,
R&B.
nah. I love neo soul, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, all of that. But yeah, that's not rap though. But just to put y'all on, go look up Iman Omari. I will type it in the chat. You will not be sorry. That's like modern neo soul. He's like my favorite modern neo soul guy. And yeah, it was trashy. It was much, but it was one of those things I couldn't watch it by myself. I was watching it as a group. I think we watched it on Rabbit or Rave, but it's one of those apps where you can watch things with your friends all at the same time. You just have one person hosting the lobby and we're all watching the same thing. That made it funnier watching it with my friends, but I don't think I could have just watched that by myself. I wasn't entertained enough. It was silly, but it was one of those things that was way better to watch it with friends type of thing. But definitely check out Iman Omari. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Definitely, that's my boy. Matter of fact, I'll give y'all some songs, some sample songs to start with. Right, neo soul at its finest, bro. It's like
without getting shut down.
You say, what happened?
You sure you could do that without getting shut down?
Oh no, I'm gonna just tell them the songs. I'm just telling them the songs. Yeah, nah, I'm not playing it through here. Yeah, we're not getting shut down like that. Y'all can just go look it up. But I just want to give y'all some songs to start off. Let me see. Sly is good. Just don't listen to the guy rapping on it. The guy rapping is mumbling. Oh, The Path is great. But also, again, I only have a minute of it because I deleted the rest of it because the rest of it is pointless. Just whenever he's with somebody rapping is normally kind of tragic. And yeah, there we go. What's the one that's super neo soul? Oh, Picture Book Memories. That's like Lyric's favorite song by him. It's literally like straight neo soul. There's nothing modern about it. It's not as electronic. It literally just sounds like D'Angelo should be on it. So yeah, definitely go check out those songs by Iman Omari. I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all on.
Since we're gonna talk about rappers, let's put on someone we used to be a roommate for.
What you mean? Oh,
Nate. Yeah, let's put on Nate. So it's Nate Joel. So Nate and then Joel. So anyone want to listen to him because he's a legit rapper. I remember we were his roommate. Like it was all three of us, and he was just starting out. And he showed us one song. It was something about getting in the game plan. Yeah, game plan. It was fire. It was fire. Like that's something I would have used for like a song for one of my sports shows. But yeah, you gotta go check him out too. He's underground and like. Look, if this guy, like if Nate ends up blowing up, I'm not surprised because he's legit.
Yeah, he's fine. I knew he was good at St. John's, but he's definitely like progressed. Like,
yeah.
He was already in this.
Yeah, definitely got much better.
Also, while we're speaking about putting people on, of course, y'all got to check out my boy Soko Rhino. Put the link in there again to see if y'all can just click on that one. Definitely check out my boy Soko Ryan. That's my boy right there. One of my closest friends, you know what I'm saying? So definitely check out his music. My boy Soko Ryan goes crazy, very lyrical and everything. Definitely check him out. He's like a trap beat type of person, but he's one of those lyrical type of trap beat type of people, kind of like a Don Q or something like that. Great song maker also. So check out my boy. Wait, what? The United States ranked second worst country in the developed world to raise a family. Wow. It's so random.
We got a pandemic seemingly is not going to end. We got crippling debt. We got crime, mass murders. What else? Our economy is crashing.
Yep.
I think that sums it up. I think that sums it up. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would rather raise my family in England as well. I don't know.
Machine Gun Kelly was pretty cool. I never loved him. But then again, I'm not like the super. I don't love the twist of Machine Gun Kelly rap really fast guys like that. Like for me, I'm not a big fan of that.
I like Twista, but I can't like listen to a full.
Yeah, I can't listen to it too long. He's basically like a yelling Twista kind of occasionally, and I'm not like he raps a little bit slower, but at times he does it. And yeah, I'm cool.
I like calling them gimmick rappers because like they just really have that like one style, and I'm just not like
yeah. But Machine Gun Kelly was pretty cool at first. I started to not like him later on, but not necessarily not like him. I just stopped like caring as much. But he was pretty cool in the beginning. I used to like Machine Gun Kelly early on.
Oh,
The only thing,
how is Japan, by the way? I know Japan must be so futuristic.
it's got to be crazy.
I would love to live in Japan.
They have the best subway system. I think it's literally Japan first. I think I've heard. I've never been there, and then Paris and New York are definitely second and third, whichever order.
With technology, just like with any advances, I know Japan's usually more advanced than other countries.
Yeah, oh yeah, they don't play. They're literally like, what should we do next? What's next on our list? What can we break the world with next? I think that's literally their goal. But dang, it's already 10:24. We was having fun. We gotta start talking music more often. Boy, the time went by.
We almost spent like an hour and 30 talking about music. We didn't even talk about this is like the longest we didn't talk about sports.
We talked about anime for like a little bit, like a clean 10-15 minutes, and then music came in and then it just dominated.
Hey, this is what happens with quarantine, like not much sports going on. Yeah, so this is what happens sometimes.
Well, we'll have more sports to talk about next week because then we'll be deeper into training camp for football. We'll be deeper into basketball playing, deeper into baseball. So hopefully we'll have more to talk about. But we always have plenty to talk about since we talk about everything: music, anime, gaming. There's so much game. We didn't even talk about the Xbox showcase. We never discussed the PlayStation showcase.
Yeah, and I bought Ghost of Tsushima last week.
You got to tell us about that. Yes, sir.
I guys pronounce it Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, that game's amazing.
I've heard. I haven't started watching it. I'm waiting till I think I'm gonna watch Corey X Kenshin play it. So I'm gonna wait for him to go a few episodes in, so that like he doesn't do 2 and then stop, and then I'm like, oh, now I gotta find somebody else who's playing it. So I'm gonna wait to see how long he plays it, and if he finishes the game, then I'll watch him do it. So I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, combat. One of the best combat like RPG games probably the best combat RPG game I played so far.
I've heard.
It's crazy. You live in Okinawa, Japan. Okay. Locals are really respectful. It's very clean. Technology is what you expect. Good food. Oh yeah, I love Japanese food as well.
That's dope. I'm an Italian food guy, but you know what I'm saying. I'm definitely down to try some authentic Japanese food. I've had hibachi, but I don't know how authentic it is. I'm not sure if I've had authentic Japanese food yet. I don't know though. And Brody, what do you want, man? But I guess he's saying it's well past 10 o'clock and I need to go pee. So I guess we're about to get on up out of here. It's great that we always have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, even when there's no sports though. So I appreciate everybody that pulled up. I love the content. I love everybody's opinions, especially on the music and the anime. Of course, every Friday night, 8 to 10 p.m., live podcast, me and my boy Seyi talking about everything. Just ask your questions. We'll get to it if we don't already have a topic we're discussing. And appreciate everybody's whatever you got to say, Seyi, to get us up out of here.
Hail to the football team.
Hate them. Always got to be the bad guy. Stream loved you. You were like, Nas is great, Notorious B.I.G. is great, Big L is great. You said that, lost all the points. Lost every ounce of love that you got from this stream throughout the stream. But appreciate that, Jazim. I guess you're pretty new because I don't remember seeing your name. So I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody that was here. Of course, Joseph and Outlaw King always here. Rich, all of y'all guys. Smokes was in here earlier. Mr. Jones, everybody. Catch y'all next week, of course. Every Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Great show. Yes, sir.